All right. Hello, hello, hello. Ride. Sorry, raw head. Right, Rex. Thanks for the follow, but appreciate it. My throat's a little coarse right now. I was just yelling a lot. We had some good hockey. Good hockey game tonight. Great time. Had a lot of fun. It was a good time. It's a good time. So we're gonna get into tonight, see what's going on. We're gonna get on duty real quick. Do our regular of sending Chev a telegram, and then we'll head to the office, see what's going on, see what we missed. Oh man. We also, I forgot to do it last night, but we need to get a file written up about what happened with Bill last night. We gotta do some paperwork. All right. Wait, no, this is wrong. And then let's just go like that. All right. Do do do. We start taking steps with Sylvie forward, solidifying their relationship a bit more. Huh. Hey, Valentine.
Howdy, Maple.
What's going on? What's wagon?
Okay,
Our
well,
horses are being
then-
very weird.
Then one of you go there.
There's a
I got
party
a
in here.
wagon.
Oh,
Whoever
gosh.
wants to leave.
We
What
need
is-
to.
What?
This place is so awful right now.
What is going on?
In Saint-Denis?
Uh. All right, we're gonna go to this request for additionals. Thanks, Kirby. All right. Saint Denis is clearly bubbled, so I hope that the people that were here in Saint Denis already, were able to go deal with that, because I got here late. I don't know why nobody's responded to the roadblocks when they're requesting additionals. I mean, obviously it might be a fucking crazy night. I don't know what's been going on tonight at all. So. It was about 20 minutes ago that tip came in for additionals to respond. So I don't know what, I don't know what's going on. My throat is definitely a little bit, hoarse, from yelling earlier. Oops. Oh, man. We needed that. Like, honestly, bro, Toronto did not deserve to win that game, but the fact that they did is huge. Like, that is genuinely huge that they did win that game and they did not deserve to. Because, like, we have been on many, there have been many games where we have been on the other side of that. Alright, let's see what's going on with this roadblock. It was between Rhodes and Flatneck. Oh, shit.
Just us. We're just.
Chev had requested additionals to the roadblock.
Yes, it's just up there by the bridge and the
Okay.
three-way intersection. We're just talking to this fellow here. All right.
Alright, you guys good here then?
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
Wonderful. Yeah, Riley, you know what though? Honestly, like Riley kind of did shit tonight. He had a lot of errant passes, a lot of mistakes, but he really saved his ass with that goal at the end.
It felt as though he was concerned that because we did not have a numbers advantage that it was the wrong thing, but they are three very competent deputies and I trust them very much.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Wonderful decisions all around.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no concerns whatsoever. Yeah, you made it sound as if it was regular old, honest to God citizens that were getting hung, drawn, and quartered and turned upside down.
No, it was
no,
it was
just
well
questioned him.
Braithwaite
Correct.
and
Aye.
Scout.
Wonderful. I am very. I was so worried I wasn't going to see yous actually, and then it was going to be a whole thing because it was going to be a day or so after it all happened. And great, good work, keep it up. You two of you are amazing at what you do.
Okay, perfect. If there is any criticism, do not hesitate to have somebody come find me.
I will not, but
Well,
there will be
we
none.
we are
Perfect.
one in the same team today.
Aye, people like the Dead End Gang don't get a fucking free pass.
Hey,
Fuck 'em.
No, they're suspicious. They're always suspicious. They always
Aye.
do something wrong. I'm not going to just let them
Yeah,
do whatever they want.
exactly.
Did you find some non-whaley?
How was it?
It's good.
Thanks,
We stopped Claire Carter and ran to Bobby as well. So
Great. Right. Oh, I'm going to carry on to Blackwater. It was fantastic. It's made my day bumping into the two of you. So it
Ah,
has.
yes, it is so good to see you.
Aye. So you all stay safe and keep up the great work, everyone.
of course.
Okay, perfect.
See you,
Take
Tim.
care.
Take care, everyone.
Be well.
You too.
Bonjour, Maple.
Hello,
Good
hello.
to see you.
I saw a request for additionals.
Yeah, about
Yes.
an hour ago.
It was like half hour. Look, I just woke up. All right.
Yes, we had. That's what I was actually just talking to Cameron about. We had Willoughby Kid and a couple of others come by, refused to answer our questions. When I told them that, because they were refusing to answer our questions, we would have to search them. They refused to stop. Gave them a lawful order to stop. They fled. So we had sent a couple after them.
Mm-hmm. We did actually get a bit more information that might disprove than prove that they were lying to us.
Yeah, Claire was saying that she saw 4 people in the Heartlands about 2 hours ago, just west of Emerald Ranch. 4 horses resting on the top of the hill.
Kind of matches their group's description and about the time that they might have been there. They were
So
lingering
they-
around that area for the last 2
So
hours.
they might not have been in New Austin after all. Well, if we get any reports of robberies around Emerald, I expect it to be followed up on.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I don't think if this group is no longer interested in robberies. It's more of a weapons dealing kind of situation. So searching them would be like the perfect opportunity to find out if they had any such weapons on them. Deadly.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah,
because there
that's
are
pretty good.
obviously weapons that are freely going back and forth, and it is impossible to find these weapons before they are sold unless we can find them on someone's person.
Mhm.
So, yes. Are you looking to stick around, or are you going to be
Ye-
continuing on?
Well, I came out here because I saw the request for additionals. And I saw that nobody else responded to it.
No, nobody
Um,
else came.
So I figured if you guys are looking to have additionals stick around, then I have no problem sticking here for a little bit.
Yes, I would like a group of 4 on horses just to be able to chase if somebody doesn't stop or is acting suspicious. Just because Monet and I both came with the wagon, so we are actually pursuing at the moment.
Yeah, I'm
We
more
are
than happy to
just
stick
here.
around.
Okay, perfect.
Every other time I've done one of
Hoofbeats?
these, I've been
Wagon?
off my horse.
Yeah.
You got a wagon?
That's Valentine. That's all deputies.
Ah, deputies.
It's a Saint Denis wagon.
Saint Denis wagon.
Had at it?
Hello.
Bonjour.
Hello.
Goodbye.
See you guys.
Have a good day.
Who's
Yeah,
in
have a
the
good one.
back?
Be safe.
It's all deputies.
Who's in the back? What talks so interesting?
I don't know, I heard something.
I think it is Undergrove.
Somebody was just being sarcastic.
Most likely.
We're joking around.
We have had quite a bit of luck out here, actually. This is a good spot. We get somebody every couple of minutes.
You know,
It's a very well traveled spot.
last time I found the DiCenzos, and I'm happy I haven't found them yet today. Arguing with them makes me lose my mind.
The DiCenzos.
Yes.
I think arguing with them makes anyone lose their mind.
Yeah, they're pretty difficult.
I start to doubt everything I do, and I start even to doubt my own name sometimes.
Oh, Maple.
Huh?
I met your twin.
Huh?
Ronnie McMalliger or whatever.
Oh, yeah, McMalliger.
Yeah.
He's got the hat. It's fine. We're taking over the department.
What? A twin?
Yes. Yeah, there's another, there's a Canadian fella, Ronnie McMalligan,
No.
a cadet,
I see.
and he also sports the hat.
Oh dear.
Is
Is
coming up?
Yeah, I know that guy. That's Frank again. I don't know, he went in another circle.
Nope, either.
Training the horses. They must be today.
Yes, you know, I'm tearing them out and...
It's good weather to do so.
Oh, the train tracks behind us. Train tracks on red. Oh, he's binocularing us. He's a criminal.
Let's go say hello.
Not all of them. He's rather fearing.
Howdy, howdy. Today's
Hello.
upstairs, partner.
How you doing today, bud?
I'm okay. Am I in trouble?
No, we're just we're holding a bit of a checkpoint here. If you want to make your way down to the wagon over there, and deputies there will ask you a few questions.
A checkpoint?
Yes, sir.
How do I know you was a sheriff?
My name is Senior Deputy Maple. I've got a badge here on my chest.
All right, I believe you.
What's your name, bud?
I'm Ricky.
Ricky.
Yeah, yeah.
The deputies over at the wagon there. I'll just have a few questions for you to answer, and they'll be on your merry way, Ricky.
Okay, am I being arrested?
No, sir.
No, you're not. You're
Hi.
not under arrest. We just.
Hello.
have a few questions
again.
for you.
Howdy.
Oh, is that
Do you mind telling us about
Billy? Billy?
It's Bobby.
Bobby? Bobby, it's been a long time.
We're not- You can put your hands
Howdy.
down. Put your hands down.
It's been a long time, Bobby. How you doing, bud?
It has. I've been good. How about you?
Been alright, been alright. I'm assuming you came through here already? Is that why you're saying it's you again?
Yeah, I came through to play blackjack. I put $20 on the table, and he fucked me in 2 hands, so I'm leaving.
You know what? That's a reasonable outcome.
Yeah. Yeah, not much going on tonight. Valentine's a ghost town. Rhodes was a ghost town. Just kind of riding around.
Understandable. Oh. I don't think we need to hold you up any longer if you want to be on your way.
Yep.
All right.
See you around.
See you later. Yesterday night, I tried to put up a letter, and I was telegramming one of them back and forth, and then they finally, we was gonna set up an interview, the whole nine, whole shebang, and then last minute they said they ain't interested, so I was gonna go drink my sorrows away in Valentine, get drunk,
Ah,
Oh, I
perfect
see.
place for a drink, yes.
Yeah,
That is a good place
It's
to
hard
drown
for a
your
man
sorrows.
like me.
Yes.
know.
Well, you seem like a man of many talents, so I'm sure you'll find yourself another wonderful job.
I like this spot. This is a good spot for a roadblock.
Let me know.
Well, I wouldn't try anywhere in Valentine. You know, the kind of people you would be battling to are...
This is a good spot for a roadblock right in Hanover and Lemoyne. Huge intersection, especially with the railroad.
Way out and
A lot of
cry-
criminals take the railroads.
cry about it.
It's like the Riggs. It's like the Riggs one. Riggs one's also a really good one.
No,
We
never.
I'm a real mean man.
Yes.
I'm a
So
bad
mean.
guy.
Well, I don't hope you are.
I don't
No,
know if we want to
I'm
be telling
not.
people that.
I just don't want to be picked on no more. But no, I ain't.
Oh,
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Well, you are certainly free to continue on. I am sorry that you lost your job opportunity.
That's
so-
okay. That's all right. I'm sure something will come about. Maybe.
You know,
sure
you can always, it's not as much butlering, but you can always take care of some cows at some range. You know, there's a lot of range, a lot of cows. I'm sure there's some work to find there.
You said cows.
Cows, yes, correct. Maybe Emerald Range needs a new range. It's like butlering, but for cows.
Okay. Maybe I give that a try. That seems a little dirty, but I'll see.
Well, I mean, if you're a butler for old people, I'm sure you would have to clean up their... well, let's not go into it.
Yeah. Alright then. Well, thank you, Miss Chevalier
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
Mr. What's your name?
Antoine Monet.
One real
Antoine
quick
Monet.
question, just before we send you on your way, Ricky. What's your last name?
Brown.
Ricky Brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you might. I have a couple cousins, so if they get in trouble, that ain't me. I'm just related, okay?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Of course,
Hi.
have a good evening, and I
Yeah,
hope it
you
gets
too.
better.
Have a nice beer or whatever you drink.
Okay. Take care, y'all.
Yeah, take care. Wish you better luck.
Bye.
See you around, bud.
Take care.
There's a fella by the name of Ricky Bob who's wanted.
Yep, I was thinking the same thing, actually.
What did that person say that they did for a living?
They do other things, but they're trying to get to work as a butler. I don't
Interesting choice.
I would personally want to be a butler at Braithwaite of all places.
You
With
should,
how
uh,
much chaos happens, but you know.
You should meet Mr. Tankle then.
Tankle?
I had an impromptu interview with him for Mrs. Braithwaite to get him hired over there.
Mr. Tinkle.
Yeah, he was very dedicated to being a butler for the Braithwaites. He used to be a butler for the.
You don't think he stole the job from this man, do you?
Probably.
Oh
he probably did.
no.
The intrigue, the backstabbing. So interesting.
Braithwaite, the mess around Braithwaite Manor these last few days has been something else.
Well, let me tell you, the amount of crime happening around the building is it's a magnet.
We had to arrest the hired security there for vigilantism
Yeah,
dear.
I met that guy. What did
last
he do?
night.
He
That
keeps
was,
holding his gun in the middle of
That was
town.
what was his name?
Titan.
Titan. That's who it was. Yeah, I met him the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know he had hired Kyle Rowe and Red Lance to his company.
Huh.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm the most corrupt lawman he's ever met.
No, impossible. You're the
Yeah,
most
man.
Canadian, possibly.
Oh, we got accused of corruption too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
course.
It was corrupt to try to get in the road and search saddlebags, and we weren't even searching saddlebags. We were trying to search the people
Yeah, they said
'Cause-
you had no right.
because it is more than likely that they had stolen weapons on them.
Oh, for sure. They probably still had my own weapon, and Jack Reed has it. Have you heard he wants to trade it for his own weapon back?
They've probably got my shotgun mixed up in there somewhere too.
Eh,
I just think that
criminals.
I just don't know how they think that they can go. I mean, obviously they are not immediately wanted, but that does not matter. They have been causing chaos and doing nonsense for how long now?
What, the Dead End Gang?
Yes,
Longer than I've been around for.
yes. So, of course they're not just going to get let go so easily.
Yeah, he was giggling a little bit when he was talking about his raids. What does he think it is? It's a Wild West.
Yes, they asked to speak to a supervisor.
Yeah.
Hey, last night the guys asked for a lawyer.
Yeah.
Dear lawyer.
Oh.
You know, lawyers, I don't think it will ever get on. It's such a useless job to tell other people how and what. Well, you know what? I will just not capture the guy today when he has the lawyer, and tomorrow I will capture him without the lawyer. And see how he does. Lawyers, what a waste of a time.
A waste of money as well.
Yes. A waste of resources of training someone. You know, that person could have been a librarian or a historian instead of a lawyer. Useless.
I wonder what the historians will be saying in 100 years about the crossing. I wonder which stories will be important enough to keep in the books.
Nah, well, hopefully there will be one about the legendary detective deputy Antoine Monit. But we'll see.
Gotta be one in there about Mercer.
Oh yeah, Fort Mercer. Yeah, I agree. Someone's got to record that one line, right?
I hope so. One for the ages.
Well, in any case, I'm already writing a book about my own adventures out here. So, you know, if I die, I will let it get published, and my name will live on in the fear of all the criminals.
Yeah, like an autobiography.
Yes, but you know how some writers they make things a little nicer and stuff, better. And,
Yes.
yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
Oh, so it is. You are like embellishing.
It's like it's a fiction about my life, so it's based on true events, but more heroic.
Like a fiction biography. Is that what those are called?
I'm not so sure, but it will be a pleasure to read. I'm sure.
Manette, do you not already believe that your life is heroic? Do you think so you need to make up little details as well? You do quite an interesting job.
Well, I didn't think of it like that. You think if I would write down realistically what I do on a day-to-day basis, I didn't think people would be interested in reading that.
You know, I think they would. I mean, maybe you don't have to put down the little details, like what you made for dinner or the pictures that aren't exciting, but maybe, the things that are exciting. We have been in quite a few.
I mean, hell, dinner could be exciting sometimes.
Well, dinner can be quite exciting, but not many other people like to read about that.
I love reading a book about people just into their daily life. You know, when they go into the full details of their dinner and all the taste and the colors and the way the room looks, the way the people.
The most important thing is what color the curtains are.
Eh?
Huh?
Those kinds of details, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
You ever read a book like that? Where, like, every single little thing in the room is explained to you?
Yes,
right.
it was
Where it's
very-
like the curtains were a Aubrey. Is that a word? Aubrey? Auburn orange or some shit like that? And they furled at the bottom.
which
Yes,
which
yes,
my
yes.
grandfather
Shimmering
imparted
gold
last
and
year.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
Reflected off of the candlelight.
it's like
Exactly.
you're reading a book and you're just reading a description and you're like, you know what? They haven't even talked yet, and I'm already halfway through the book.
Yeah, exactly. You got an entire page describing what the fucking curtains look like.
Yes, no, those are the perfect kind of books to fall asleep to.
Hey, you gotta have like the perfect image in your head, you know?
I do
Man,
enjoy
those
the
curtains
fact
are going to
that,
be detrimental to the story if you don't know how they look like. 8 chapters later, you're going to find out that because they were auburn and frilled at the bottom, it means she was a murderer.
Yes,
it
those
was a
are
metaphor the whole time.
Exactly.
those are the worst. They don't, on
Foreshadowing.
page 3, I always tend to read over such details, and then it ends up to be extremely important on
Yeah.
page 235, and
It was
I
there.
forgot about it.
It was then that I realized that the frill aspect of her necktie matched the curtains. The very act of consuming flesh was foreshadowed to me ages ago.
It was her. That was done.
The whole time, dinner was my friends. So dramatic.
That is good. That is exactly it.
Books are so interesting.
I love them.
Yeah, pretty good.
Well, I want to say that we have been out here for quite some time.
Good while,
An
honestly.
hour and a half, maybe.
We got a writer combo.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
Local.
as I was saying.
the criminals most likely have already sent each other telegrams about
Avoid
heroic
road.
displays today.
Go on, Jerry. Keep going.
Jerry,
A
come on.
corrupt
Jerry.
roadblock blocking the main route.
All right. Well,
You know, it's probably already in the newspaper with how quick a news travels in the crossing.
Sure.
yes, I think that was a pretty good little run while we had the crossing protected. I think that was pretty good.
We got a bit of information too.
I love these roadblocks.
We did. Who wants to write the report when we get back? I can do it if you do not want to.
I would like to rest, but if there's nobody doing the report, I will do it before I rest.
I can get it. I don't mind.
No.
If you want to put down the basic details, I can fill in the rest. Whatever works for you.
Okay.
If you don't want to, I will get to it. Just let me know.
Yeah, I can
Should
I
be
can.
rather, straightforward report.
Are we going back to roads?
I think so, at least for now.
All right, perfect.
Alright, well, you want me to walk all the way around, sure, you know.
Could have just jumped on the side.
It is healthy for you.
Jump on the side.
It's good to move.
Yeah.
around, huh?
Like a maniac.
Yep, like a maniac.
Why not?
Precisely.
If you ain't good tree, I'll die.
Do you think so fairly of my
I was going to laugh at the person going
wagons?
to civilian.
They backed into the civilian, is that what you said?
As soon as we're leaving.
Yes, exactly.
Which did they ever turn themselves in, by the way?
Who?
The Dicenzo's.
No, we caught them.
Okay. I know they were trying to turn themselves in. I just Never followed up on that.
Yeah, they're trying to turn themselves in on their terms and their stories, and we decided no, we're gonna investigate first, and then we arrested their asses.
I'm actually happy that we caught them instead of them turning themselves in.
Yep.
Because all they do is turn themselves in just to get those reductions, and they just play the system.
Exactly. No more. No more system playing. Alright, when we get back to the office, we're gonna look through some paperwork, make sure we don't have any FAOs for us, and then we're gonna go to. I gotta write up about Bill again.
Pardon us, sir. Oh dear. Please don't get run over. Okay, good. I'll send a telegram back to friends.
And coming on the left, quick. Doctor. Doctor.
Thanks to his brilliant strategy, he was left
Doctor.
standing. Together with one more developer.
Is that Lucia?
Management to
I believe so.
and so Monet ended their violence once and for all by taking
Black
down
girl,
their last
yeah.
member. Monet was at last here.
White horse spawn response.
Oh, that is lovely, Monet. I did not know that you could write so well.
Yeah, that is realistic and maybe fearlessly down path. He's somewhat bigger made than it
You know, if it makes you feel good, I think you can continue to have it be fiction.
is.
Alright, I'll send a telegram that we're back in town.
Yes, can you send us
Thank you.
like your ending the operation? And
I'm gonna head to the office, make sure nothing else is burning down.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. See what we're working with tonight. Let's see if there's any tips or anything going on that we're gonna deal with.
Yes, you are one of my favorite people to work with, so
And you are one of me. Alright. Wish you a good day.
yes, hopefully I will see you soon, Manette.
Hopefully soon, yes. Au revoir, mes pearls.
Where you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some rest.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, you cannot be said like this, Mr. Maple. I would love to work longer, but it's so late for me.
I understand.
Oh
There's
dear.
a crazy old man claiming to be a wizard up in Annisburg.
Oh no, I want to go. It would be so funny. Oh no, that sounds like so much fun. No, I can't.
I gotta sort out some paperwork.
Alright, well, you know, you're working the Tuesday or the Wednesday or the Thursday shift. We're gonna have a lot of time, Mr. Maple.
Oh, well, we shall see.
Yeah, oh, exciting. You have a good night.
Have a good night, Monette. Uh, 22nd April.
Okay, I consider that to be successful, besides the fact that one deputy was a little bit concerned, but it is okay.
Oh, that's good. Who's concerned?
Forrester was not happy that I sent 3 deputies after Wallaby and his crew. He felt it to be a bad call and was very annoyed about it. Apparently went and got Cameron after he went back to town to discuss his concern. which is fine. I told him to do so if he was. So hopefully that does not come back to bite me. If
Interesting.
it does, I'm willing to admit if it was a bad go.
Well, by the sounds of it, from Cameron when I walked up there, it didn't sound like y'all had done anything wrong. He seemed quite relieved.
Citizens of Annisburg report the annoyance of a potential hazard that a crazy old man claiming to be a wizard. Oh, Jed.
We'll be right out here for now, is that alright?
Was my fucking file deleted?
We did have someone go to Saint Denis Medica, right? Oh, yes, we did. Okay. I don't know where the others are. Let me see. I think okay. The training must have concluded. We have Fisher is in Saint Denis. If we have more deputies in Saint Denis, we might be very heavy in the east right now.
That the wagon that went by was at least I think 4 deputies leaving Saint Denis.
Okay. You're so
They
right.
were all leaving as I was walking into the office, and when I was walking into the office, half the people that were in there didn't know I was walking into the office.
Are they still on duty? I don't see Valentine on duty.
I'm not sure who all it was. It looked like a lot of new faces, but
New faces.
I chose to let them go to that since clearly there are probably a lot of people in the city.
Steal from people. Hurt people.
Is that Holt?
So and alongside of a couple of others, we decided to,
Shh. I want to see who that was.
Okay. Deal.
No, it was one of the people I believe that was with Willoughby when they fled earlier. There's only 2 of them now. I think it was him and Scout that just rode by.
Okay.
So. That is fine. Did Eli come back from sending that telegram?
I don't think so, but it wasn't Wiley with him.
I believe so. It is just taking some time, so.
Yeah. Well, it would be on the tip line if he did send it, right?
He sent it,
It didn't come back
so
though.
it did get sent, but it did not come back. Maybe they chose to go somewhere else.
I would hope if they did, they would have updated us.
I just don't like that the group that was with Wallaby just came by again. And I would just like to make sure that they're okay.
Yeah, understandably so. I don't know where they went. I'm not seeing any horses out in front. Did they hitch up on the side?
Maybe they decided to go off duty. I don't know why they would not tell us though. There is one horse on the side.
Did either of theirs though? Where?
I don't know.
Maybe they did see some of the people there and they pursued.
No, but the other two are walking through town, so casually. Maybe they decided to go off duty. I just don't know.
That's really odd.
Good afternoon. They are not here.
Huh. Let's check if they're still on duty, I suppose. And
I suppose so. I mean, maybe they went to Valentine or something, but I don't know why they would not check
Tell
in
us.
before they left. Yes. It's very strange. I don't.
Hey there, bud. You didn't happen to see a couple deputies head out of here, did you?
Oh, I don't really pay attention.
Okay.
Appreciated.
What horses were they on?
I wish I could remember. I was not paying attention.
Hmm.
Lucia is Eli's sister. Maybe they did go in the direction they saw her riding.
Oh yeah, that's very possible.
If I had to guess.
I don't think either of these horses were theirs.
If they're in the office, I'm going to lose it.
No.
I
They
don't know.
listed themselves as being back in Rhodes as well.
Wait. Yes, they did.
It looks like they're still on duty as well.
Um. For the love of I don't. don't know. Gunstar Roadhouse?
Yeah.
I am
Wagon
right.
coming in quick. Is that it? Who's that?
Good afternoon.
I don't
Don't
work.
do it. Who is that?
I have no clue. Don't recognize him.
Okay.
I'm getting a little more convinced that as those other two came in, maybe there's a couple that went over to the telegram office and ran into those two, and then
Yeah, I don't know. Let's check the parlor house just to be sure, and then maybe request they check in. I don't know, but they listed themselves as being in roads.
yeah, there's not much more we can do. We have no clue where the hell they could be.
Okay, well the other two rode back towards Saint Denis.
Yeah,
What was he saying as he went by? Him and a couple other people did what? What was he saying he was doing? Did you catch it?
I didn't catch it. No.
Shit. They'd been gone for a few minutes.
It's really odd. Not seeing their horses either is what makes me think it was a chase.
If they had just parted ways with the other two, that means it would be two chasing two.
Yeah. Oh. That is Laws, Fisher, and Undergrove.
Okay. Have either of you seen Eli or Ruben?
Is that not Eli that was in St. Denis just now?
No, I know he was. I know he was in Saint Denis a little bit earlier today. But I haven't seen him
Okay.
since.
They had marked them. They had gone to Santa Tipi and they had marked themselves as being in roads, and we have not seen them since. That was maybe 15 minutes ago.
Roughly, yeah.
So
Maybe they headed over to
They may have
Braithwaite.
tagged along with the rest of them down to Braithwaite.
Oh, there's a group that went to Braithwaite Manor?
Braithwaite?
Yeah, so about that, long discussion. I'll try to make it short. You know the fellas from last night, man?
Yeah.
So they fed us a lot of bullshit, and they had done been down there twice before. Look at the reports for that Joey fella. They done been down there shooting at the Braithwaites before. Act like they didn't have a clue what was going on.
Oh.
Come to find out, there was charges. That Joey fella's wanted on a couple charges pertaining to a shootout at the Braithwaite Manor, and somebody didn't file them right, so they didn't show up. So that's why I was headed down there, and then in the middle of talking about that, Coyote and Bill said that someone had requested them to come down there, so we were all going to go over there, but then Vera Hawthorne got stabbed by some fella in St. Denis. Come to find out, it was, you're not going to believe this, and I'm glad that Undergrove was here, but you could call him the Phantom of St. Denis, because he assaulted about 4 of us, and nobody ever seen the fella.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Okay.
she pulled him off. There's a horse in the middle of the road by the telegram station, so she pulls it over to the side and ties it up to a telephone pole, and then out of nowhere, she gets stabbed in the back a bunch of times. Now we go take her statement, head down there to look around. Same horse standing in the same spot. They go to move it. Fella goes to move it that's down there, and he gets pulled off the horse, and dude starts, just going to town on him. Can't see the fella. It's kind of odd. I mean, I know how it sounds. Just hear me out. Nobody's seen the fella.
Yeah,
But,
no, it happens sometimes at St. Denis.
Yeah, so we ended up, I ended up having to shoot the fella. I couldn't see, but
who all was in the group going to Braithwaite then, and how long ago was that?
Bill, Cowdy, who else was over there?
There was no tip about that, is there?
Cleo.
Wasn't that the group leaving St. Denis with the wagon?
Yep, that was them.
Okay, they went past us on the roadblock.
No, they were supposed to be coming here to wait on us to go down to the Braithwaite Manor. That's where we're headed now.
Okay.
So I don't know if they
Um,
picked up the other two y'all were looking for and headed down that way or not.
I see. We did not see a cart come through either. You know what? I'm going to send a tip for everyone
Yeah.
to check in and
Ru-
update with their current activity. That is just going to solve that.
I'll run
Thank
to
you.
the office and check in, and then we'll probably head down to Braithwaite.
Perfect. If you do not see anyone else, be very careful and come back after a short while, okay?
Yeah, not a problem. Are y'all coming back by the office when you leave there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew those people last night would be problematic.
Hmm.
It was a whole thing.
What happened?
So, we had gotten a report about shooting at Braithwaite Manor. So we showed up, and there was a group outside shooting at another group inside. So we're watching, sitting back for a little bit, watching, seeing what's going on, because we didn't want to like go in and then get shot at by two different groups. The group outside decides to scatter. They all just run in different directions. So we saw one of them left behind, and so we went up to them, and one of their friends came back to pick them up. So we start chasing them, telling them to stop. He's not stopping. He's shouting back that they have hostages inside Braithwaite, but they're still not stopping. They're running away. End up turning around, leading us back to Braithwaite. They ended up shooting their horse down. They got shot down. Then we get into negotiation because the people at Braithwaite start shooting at us. So we start talking to them, and they did have hostages inside, and it was a whole fucking mess.
You didn't get shot, did you?
No, I was fine.
Okay.
We negotiated with the Coltons and got the hostages out safe, and then the Braithwaite people that were outside were apparently security, and we watched them like breach into Braithwaite.
Did you not? Did you want to send this or should I?
I could send it. It's fine.
Okay. I just want to know where everyone is because I don't like not knowing where Eli and Ruben went. I was honestly going to be doing a short shift, which is why I had the wagon out. I figured I was going to stop after that, but to be honest, it seems like there might be
Alright, that's sent off.
quiet before the storm, I suppose.
Yeah, it might be the case. Who's that? This is Lady Law. What's her name? And she's the same rank with you. This is
So
Deputy Sylvie Chevalier, and no, she's not the same
might
rank as you.
be we're
But
sticking
she's up for
around just a
promotion.
little while longer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that Wiley?
I don't think so.
No.
I believe Wiley was wearing a dark color as a poncho.
Yeah. So yeah, so we ended up having to let the Coltons go free so we can get two hostages out, and then we had the other guys who we had to shoot down because they didn't want to stop running from us that we had to deal with.
That is insane.
We bring them all back to the office and we start talking with them, and they're bitching and complaining about, we didn't do nothing wrong. We're hired security. Those guys were the criminals. They took hostages. This, that, and the next. I'm sitting there like, guys, we watched you guys breaching into Braithwaite Manor in a shootout. Like, what you did was wrong. If you're security, you're deterrence. You're not supposed to be, taking the law into your own hands and rescuing the hostages. You should be self-defense. Back down. Fall back. Come get help. They were also all masked up.
The security guards were
Yeah.
messed up. It reminds me of the one time that the Bloody Hoods were doing security at Braithwaite.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. You two stay safe if you are going out that way.
Yeah, so they came back here and they were just rough people to deal with.
I see.
Coyote, Blackwater to Saint Denis, injured person around northern Roanoke in Annesburg.
Okay, so they're coming back here now.
Oh, there's Wiley.
Yep.
And there's Eli. Where'd you guys go?
We were behind the sheriff station talking to Titan.
Yes.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, we
Yeah,
were all
sorry.
worried about you two.
Oh, no.
Sorry, we should
I
have
know.
said something. We were on the porch for a bit, and then we moved around back because he got scared off by someone in the street. So
I see. Okay.
yeah,
You were
sorry.
gone for 15 minutes after you went to send the tip, so.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I thought y'all had saw us go back.
Yeah,
there.
that's why
My
we didn't. That's why we
apologies.
didn't say anything. Sorry, that's our
Okay,
fault.
no
Sorry.
worries, no worries. It is fine.
So yes, we might as well tell you what he told us. You can tell him. Wiley.
No, you go ahead, cause yeah, you can go ahead.
All right, sorry. I'm just gonna check the tips here. Should we clear that check-in request?
Yeah, I just marked you two as responding to it.
Okay, perfect. All right. So Titan approached us in the telegram station. He seems very anxious at the current time. He was very aware of everything going on around. I'll move so I'm not blocking the tip. Fine. He was very anxious and he seemed very apprehensive about speaking. But once I think he saw Wiley, he seemed like he wanted to talk to us. He mentioned that he's going to be speaking to the Braithwaites at some point in the near future regarding the contract that transpired between a security company and the Braithwaites. He mentioned that since it's been broken, he's not sure what the consequences of that sort of thing is going to be. And Wiley mentioned that it's likely that he'll be having discussion with Wallaby and that group.
Yeah, my thinking is everyone's gonna be there. Wallaby's probably gonna be there.
Mm-hmm. So he asked us to basically hide nearby with in the bushes with binoculars and to sort of watch and make sure, as he stated, that if anything does happen, he is just defending himself. So I made the suggestion to him that rather than having the meeting at Braithwaite, have it on neutral ground outside of a town, that sort of thing, you know, where it's not unreasonable that law can investigate if there's large groups of people milling about, talking, that sort of thing. He wanted to stress that he has to basically have this sort of conversation with them based on his reputation with his company, etc., etc. And I sort of alluded that, you know, it's better to be alive than have a failed company that kills you. So, but he was very concerned about the whole thing in general and just was letting us know that it's sort of
No! My paperwork! Fuck! God damn it! Fucking hell. Oh, man. God fucking damn it, man. Fuck. My fucking paperwork, no. That is utter pain. God, fucking shit, man.
Howdy.
My paperwork.
You didn't write too much, did you?
I did.
Hey. Let's see. Hey, could I get you to look at something for me real quick before you start on your paperwork, Maple? 8857, if you got a second.
One second, yeah.
Are you starting on the report for Saint Denis?
Yeah, I got to figure out exactly how that's going to go, but yeah, I'll take care of it.
Be interesting.
Sounds like what happened last night, Maple, some revenge of some sort. I don't know, almost sounds like two separate situations.
Which number?
8857. If you look at the summary of this report, it's an attack that Joey fella from last night was attacking the Braithwaites. Then if you look at the bottom of that same report at the witness statement, somebody interviewed him and he's saying that he was kidnapped by the two Braithwaite ladies. I don't know if it ties back to much, but I mean, it sure tells me he didn't tell us a lot of what he knew last night. That and he's got charges. Somebody's got charges here with this, and I'm assuming it's Joey that they put as unknown. I had Malone look at it earlier, and he seems to concur that someone left the charges as unknown and should have been Mr. Brown.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like he was as innocent, just happened to show up in the wrong place at the wrong time as he led us all to believe last night. Seems like this may be an ongoing feud between them. Which would explain why Miss Braithwaite was screaming that the Colton brothers were protecting her right before they took her hostage.
Yeah, that is a mess. I think that is the case. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. I was just going to go down and see if I can keep an eye out for Mr. Brown. I'd like to talk to him about some of this mess. But I'm still trying to figure out the summary says Joey Brown attacked Serafina and Eloise Braithwaite at the manor, but then under the charges they didn't put his name in, so he didn't show up as wanted when we processed him yesterday.
Yeah. Wait, where'd Shiv go? I thought she was just here.
She's outside.
Oh, wait, was
Just
this
on the front
Did you
porch.
guys finish the top?
Not yet.
Okay. All right, I got paperwork.
But yes, in general, he's just very concerned, wants to make sure that he's cooperating with the law in regards to how it develops, keeping us informed. And that sort of thing. But, yes, it seems like he's very concerned that trouble will occur, in my opinion. Premeditated self-defense, is that a thing?
Yeah, it's called.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's you know what's funny is that that's not the first time that something like that has come up.
Really?
Yeah, there was a whole thing with people premeditated self-defense, otherwise known as crime, hacking.
Exactly. Well, I meant more in the case of like, all right, we're ready to defend ourselves, sort of thing. Law knows we're ready to defend ourselves. It's a very interesting concept. Sorry. Worried citizens of Annesburg regarding an old man claiming to be a wizard. If this is Jed Jaspers,
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Nice fellow.
Oh, the wizard.
he's insane.
But he's nice.
Okay, all right. Listen, the very first time I met that man, he was about to cut a man's gut open and pull out the lizard eggs that were laid in his stomach. He's very
Seems like
nice.
some wizard shit.
This was about the lizard men. Now he's on about wizards. Such. It's very strange.
I think the last time that I saw him, he had a duel in tall trees with the Night Stalker.
What?
I'm
Oh,
sorry?
yeah. Fell off the cliff.
He had a duel with the Night Stalker.
Huh.
He was brandishing a long arm, threatening the guy, and I guess they decided that they were going to settle their differences.
Oh dear.
And yeah, last thing I saw, he was bloody in the medical office in Blackwater.
Lovely. I'm going to take a moment, and then I might go up to Annesburg to investigate that. If anyone wants to come with.
I'll go along.
Sorry, excuse me. I just need a minute over here.
Huh. Tidbit from that report, Maple. For now, I'd be inclined to let it lie, but perhaps with a warning. If a questionable situation arises, come down hard on him. So obviously he's been addressed before about the vigilantism.
Mhm.
I really wish I'd have seen this report last night before we took them down to Siska.
Um.
Okay, all seems peaceful. I think I am going to be clicking off for the evening.
Alrighty. Well, it was good work with you tonight.
Yeah, this was a pleasure. Thank you for coming along. You did very well tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Did well as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna head off for a bit, but I'll be back around shortly.
Uh-oh.
What are you
Oh,
uh-ohing?
Okay. The wizard man that was spotted in Annesburg, that was the thing, and then there's someone injured in Annesburg now. There's
Oh,
the readers heading out that way.
Okay.
I had to take a guess. The wizard probably got eaten by the mayor.
Oh, goodness.
Well,
I'll see you lot in a little bit, probably.
Alrighty.
Have a good night.
Do you?
Stay safe.
Who do you see?
somebody going far too fast.
Okay. No, stable your horse or no? I'm gonna talk here with Chev. What's going on?
Headache.
Oh. That is tough. That is tough. I sit back here and continue writing while we wait for her. All right. All right. I'm gonna take Chef back, and then we'll get back on duty. Ba, 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 ba.
Wildly unpleasant.
Yeah, rough timing.
Okay, whatever. Go be upset. I don't care. She can have a hissy fit all she wants.
How was everything today for you?
It was good. I feel bad that I did something that obviously upset Forrester. But I cannot make everyone happy all the time, and
Yeah.
I hope it does not become a problem.
I don't believe it will. I'm not too concerned about it by the sounds of it because it sounds like he went to Cameron and Cameron came to you, and by the sound of Cameron's reaction, I'm not really too worried about it in any way, shape, or form, if I'm being honest.
I honestly am not worried about it either. I like to think that I take criticism well, so if somebody did come to me and say, yeah, that was probably a bit much, okay, fair.
I think, yeah, I think that's
That
very
is all
much the
that.
case.
Yeah, that is all that needs to be.
Yeah, but like I was saying about that whole last night situation, it was just... Once we had them in the cells, I had to sit there and kind of explain to them like they were children as to why they were getting a vigilantism charge.
Oh no.
And then, like, it was such a wild sort of back and forth because initially they were all bullshitting and yelling and screaming, saying, "Oh, don't even bother talking. You know, nothing's gonna matter. These guys are just gonna swing their dicks around and charge us what they want." And then from there, they went to actually let's talk and see what these charges are about. So, explained everything to them, and they were getting a whole lot more civil, and it was all good and better. And then suddenly, for no reason whatsoever, they just flip right back to being like little children. I don't know why I said childs.
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 Ah, yes, the
Um,
future generation, the childs.
So it was so strange, and they were cooperating, and then they weren't, and we were gonna give reductions, and then we ended up increasing because of how berating they were and how they like worked to get charges down and then turned around and said, actually, no, fuck you guys, and were just completely unreasonable during the wagon ride, and it was quite ridiculous. I was very much hurting children. And on the other end, Booker was in Sisika, and she was able to kind of square them away.
Oh, good. The Booker is such a relief when I have a difficult one with me.
Right? It was so satisfying watching both of them get gun bunted.
Ah, yes. What is there motivation for vigilantism over participation in a shootout?
It's actually both charges. Vigilantism is an additional charge
I see.
based upon their like intention and action, right? So they got
So they
participation
wanted
in
to
the
get
shootout.
they wanted to get the hostages this way.
Yes, yeah. So they got the participation in a shootout charge, and because they were, like, let's say they approached Braithwaite and then fell back after getting shot at. You self-defense, you shoot back, but and then you fall back and you go get help, right?
Yes.
That's not. There's no charges there.
But they breached.
They approached Braithwaite. They got shot at. They returned fire. Instead of falling back and calling for help, they breached Braithwaite and they continued in the gunfight. And they continued to push, and they continued to put the hostages' lives in greater danger with their actions.
Did either of the hostages get hurt?
No, but they were very lucky so as not to do that, or not to be hurt further.
Okay.
Because like the people who breached were just kind of shooting through the hostages.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that's also what played into the decision, right? Is that like their actions were putting the hostages' lives in greater danger than they would have had they just backed down. And had they just backed down and come to get us, we would have been able to probably negotiate and actually maybe chase the Coltons in some way, shape, or form. But because we had to chase them and then treat them after they had committed their own list of crimes, we ended up getting having to let the others get away, right? So
Interesting.
But they were also stun locking me because like they did something. I was part of the chase and everything. They were like, "Oh, we didn't run from you guys." I was like, "Yeah, you did run from us. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been shot." And just a whole bunch of like ridiculous answers. And then they were like, "Oh, actually, yeah, we did do that." And it's like, well, yeah, I don't understand what a hitching post is taken. That's
Just go around to the other side.
So they were just being completely ridiculous and troublesome. So I was very glad to get them out of the way. What should have been, a simple kind of situation ended up turning into like a 3-hour fiasco.
Oh no.
Yeah, but it was all right.
I am sorry either way.
I've had worse, so. But got through it at the end of the day. And came out alright as well. So you only did the roadblock today?
Yes, I popped into the office. There was a bunch of deputies. All was well, so I went. We are going to go do a roadblock. There was a lot of us around, so we could spare the extra 6 that I wanted to take.
Good.
Otherwise, they were just going to be sitting, talking in circles in the office. I don't like that.
My other solution to that is the rolling patrol. Every time I do a rolling patrol, something happens, as you saw last night in Valentine.
Yes,
or not last night, but that other night. Those rolling patrols are nice too, because like the rolling patrols and the checkpoints are what get a lot of just kind of. I feel like good sort of morale between the department and good. That's how you get like inside jokes and stuff.
Yes. It was good to sit and talk with them. I enjoy that sort of thing. very satisfying, to be honest. And it was nice to be able to do something with Monette again. He and I were cadets together, so there is always that sort of companionship. The people you are cadets with are people
Yeah.
that are very important.
Oh, for sure. And basically went to school with them, right?
Yes, I mean, I suppose so. You bond in being new to the pack, so to speak.
Yeah. My whole cadet group is, well, not really around very often anymore. But Kramer, Thorn, I don't really see Buckley. Zoe, actually, was, I think, really the main one that was around when I was a cadet. And Rip.
It feels like those are people that have always been around. It is difficult to imagine them being new.
Yeah.
For me, it was CeeLo, it was Sky, and it was Monette. There might have been one or two others, but not for the majority of my chiefs.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you, Sylvie. You sound very tired.
I am exhausted. I was not planning to be around very often.
Yeah.
Or very much.
I can tell, so I'm not going to keep you very much longer, and I'm going to let you go get some sleep, okay, sweetheart?
Okay, I appreciate you so much. I am possibly, it depends, looking to do a few shifts before Wednesday, so I will be around.
Okay, yeah, I will be as well. Do you, well, don't forget you have the book.
I know I am still trying. I have not been successful so far.
Don't stress yourself too much about it, though, okay? We'll figure out a time at some point later on, whenever you're able to, be a lot less worried about when you're going to be awake for.
Yes, no worries.
Don't worry
It
about
should be good.
Yeah. Also, did you see the telegram that I had sent you when I woke up?
I had the opportunity to skim them when I could. Was there something relevant that I might have missed?
No, not really. Nothing.
Okay,
Nothing.
I'm
No,
wondering if there is something that is very important that I am not being able to recall right now.
No.
Okay.
But I would say, perhaps, when you actually have time to breathe next time you're around,
Okay.
I guess I'm going to probably send you another telegram anyway, so. Yeah, you'll find. Never mind. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Yeah, you are
You'll
concerning.
see it.
Speak.
No, it's not. It's not
plainly.
concerning. You'll see it. No, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to see it. No. I mean, you could always. I can take you back over there if you want to see it.
I am walking.
What do you mean you're walking?
I am walking.
And here I was saying I'm not going to keep you up any longer.
You refuse? No, you are coming with me because you've started this.
I'm going to come with you for sure.
No, I have to know. What did I miss?
I'm sure you're going to see it and you're going to be like, oh, that's what I missed.
What does it even mean? What knowledge have I forsaken in my attempt to check telegrams and move on?
You're going to see.
Okay, well, I am dragging you with me for this attempt, so.
I ain't going to complain. I have no issue with that.
You know how I am.
I do.
Why would you do that? I have to know.
I wasn't sure if you were going to be tired enough to just go to bed or if you're going to wait till, you're awake next time to see it. You're going to see it eventually. It's going to be a regular thing, so.
You cannot taunt me.
Well, it's going to be a regular thing,
with
so that's why it's
something
not.
that I did not see.
I figured you may not have seen it because I figured you were skimming through things a lot. And we were also concerned about Eli and Wiley at the time. Because that would have been, I think, your only opportunity to have actually looked at the telegrams. Was when we were there. And then I sent the check-in. Right?
Don't call me out like this.
Yeah. Look,
I will
hey,
not directly tell you to shut
Sylvie,
it, but I'm
I'm the same way. That is the only way I know how that was the case. I'm the same way.
You don't sit and carefully read every telegram that I painfully handcraft for you.
Oh no, yours I do. It's other people's that I
Oh,
don't.
okay, now I'm the bad guy. Okay, I see.
Oh, but when we're in shit, we got to deal with it. You know, quick skim, like, oh, okay, that's a thing. I'm gonna have to deal with that later, and then carry on.
I refuse to feel guilty.
You don't feel guilty. I don't want you feeling guilty.
What did I miss?
You're gonna see it, and then you're gonna be like, oh, that's what I missed.
Oh my god.
And if you have other telegrams and you still don't see it, then I'm gonna tell you to compare them.
Compare them?
Yeah, if you still don't.
Is this a detective function now?
You are a great detective.
Oh my god. No, I am so tired. Let's see.
It's such a stupid little thing, dude. All I did was put yours at the end of it.
You know what the funniest thing is?
What?
I had thought about doing that the other day.
Yeah. It felt like it was about time.
That's cute.
I was gonna do it yesterday, and then I was like, actually, I'll do it today instead.
Yes, I was. My mind was on other things, and I did not have the time to. Yes, okay. That is important. Yes, I did miss something important.
Well, the reason I said it wasn't the most important was because it was just going to be a regular thing going forward anyway. So you would have caught on eventually, if it wasn't tonight.
Oh, eventually.
Yeah. Well, you probably would have seen it tomorrow, and you would have had actual time to breathe to check it, and then, you know, then you would have noticed it.
Hmm.
She does sometimes.
I don't need a telegram for you to tell me that you are mine. I have already confirmed it.
I know you didn't.
So, you are stuck with it now.
That is not a bad thing in any way, shape, or form. Quite a good thing if I'd say so myself. Wouldn't want it any other way.
I cannot believe you for taunting me like that.
I had a bit of fun. Okay. You blame me?
No. But still.
It's been a while. Okay. Let me have my fun with you sometimes.
Well, the things I have to put up with on a daily basis. How will I ever survive?
Who knows?
I just
You're stuck with me now too, so
I will surely kill over.
Oh,
I will
please
have
don't.
a heart attack.
Nope, not allowed. I refuse to accept that.
You can. You don't get to decide whether or not I have a heart attack. I think that is
I do.
beyond human scope and control.
That is very much within my scope and control. I decide you're not allowed to have a heart attack.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
I would love to
refuse.
see what goes into that.
Don't worry about it. Some questions are better left unanswered.
Well, since you apparently have a twin now, I'm going to have to be careful who I approach with that hat.
I may have a twin, but I mean, you'll recognize me.
No, I will.
Compared to him, you will.
I will. I haven't seen him yet though, so I don't know how close.
But there's also it's not the first one that's been wearing my hat either. Chubbs wears it too now. I like how it's my hat as well.
You have a little brigade going.
I do. I mean, I had my squad up in Coulter when that first became a thing. Everyone was dressing up like me.
Stop it.
Yeah, you didn't know that? I had Lynn, I had Cooper, I had Otis, I had Rusan, I had Tony. They all dressed up like me with the red coat and everything. They put the hat on, put the coat on, they put the pants on. It was great. I had my own little Mountie crew. And we took over Coulter. It was wonderful. It made me so happy.
I see.
I'm surprised out of everything, that's what left you speechless.
Only you. Only you.
What's that supposed to be?
What do you mean out of everything? You do a lot of things. You do a lot of things that concern me, that cause me alarm. I'm counting on my fingers right now. By the way, cause me alarm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That are probably a little bit short-sighted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Okay.
have almost gotten through my left hand.
Okay.
What? What?
Did you start on your
After
left hand or
everything-
start with the right hand?
Left.
Okay, so we're almost at 5.
Yes.
Okay. You still going?
Yes. And then you get hurt. And then you show up late for things.
What did I show up late for?
There was the one beat.
When?
When
When I got shot?
okay, so getting hurt and showing up late are two separate things, but they count for the same. I
Okay.
am stacking the charges against you right
Okay.
now.
All right. Fair. I
You're
accept.
getting
I accept.
stacked charges.
I accept these charges.
Okay.
I will accept any charges from you.
You attract the most batshit insane criminal women that I've ever seen in my entire life. So out of
Yeah.
all the things that you tell
Yes,
me
yeah.
and all the things that you experience, that is not going to be the one that has left me speechless. That is just the one that gives me a moment to pause because I don't know whether it is impressive or it is worthy of a big, hefty sigh.
Yeah. You know what? I can't argue. I
That
can't.
was a moment of conflict.
I can't argue.
You are such a handful. Okay, all right.
Well,
You know what?
I'm sorry that you're stuck. You're stuck with me now too. That's what happens. It goes
trust me,
both ways, sweetheart.
I'm keeping a list. I'm keeping a list, and every time,
I'd like to hear this list one day. I'm curious. Genuinely, I am. I'd like to know what I do to drive up your heart rate so that hopefully I can do it less.
No, you won't. You would not be satisfied. I know you would not be satisfied to sit back and just enjoy a little bit of tea on your shift. Just enjoy the sight of people riding by. No, it's not. It's not the sort of person that you are.
Yeah, it's not. You're right.
You're going to continue to. Yes. Oh. I love the meek tone. Oh, you cannot argue with me, and you
Can't.
know you cannot argue with me because I have you pinned. I know you now, and you cannot escape the fact that I know you now, and I know exactly what you are going to do.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I can hope is to ask you to be safe, and you are going to tell me I cannot make any promises. Do you know what that? Do you know what that is?
I do.
Okay. So.
But also, I have to do the same thing with you.
I will make promises. I will make promises. I don't break promises on purpose, so it's fine.
I know you don't. I don't either. But also, I know that if you were in a situation where you made that promise, but you were on duty and they needed your help, I know you wouldn't turn your back on them. So I know that's how you are.
And I would just have to be fine.
Yeah, you would just have to be fine.
I would just have to be fine, so I would
Fucking
not
A-Rad.
worry about it. So yes, I
Okay.
will promise I will be safe, and I will come back safe. And that is how that is going to work. It is perfect.
I adore that.
It has to be true if I say it right.
It's true. It's true.
Okay. You go back, make sure that none of them get shot, and I will talk to you soon.
Most definitely.
Okay, perfect. Good night, Sean.
Have a good night, Sil.
That plant is still alive, by the way.
I'd hope so.
I've been making sure. No, don't say it in that tone. Oh my god. Okay.
You just said it very matter of factly. I didn't have any questions or concerns about it. I figured it would still be alive.
I just want to update you.
You want to
so
update me?
sure I can
Okay.
take care of it first.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Good night.
Good night, Sylvie.
For the love of God.
All right. This maple fucking chef relationship is just adorable. It is just the most wholesome fucking relationship. And I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. So we're gonna go see what's going on duty. We'll see how long tonight we stay on duty. And then we'll go from there. Excuse me. We might go over to No Pixel. See, I was initially intending to be on earlier than I ended up being on. The hockey game ended up going to overtime tonight. There's a lot of stoppage in play and a lot of time consuming, so delayed me a good hour at least than I had initially hoped it would. But you know what? It was worth it. It was a great fucking game. We're gonna go to the office here. We're gonna check the tip line. I also need to go to the washroom. I also need to send a telegram to Marshall Taylor. Responding report: Wizard, Fisher, Eli Undergrove, and one other arrived in Annesburg. Coyote and Fisher back to Saint Denis. Bobby Branton's looking to speak in Blackwater. Okay, I'm going to the washroom real quick, then we're gonna go back to Rhodes. So give me just a couple minutes, guys. All right. All right. Okay, wait. Mm-hmm. 8403. Mm-hmm. Phew. Da, 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 da. Hey, Dissa. It's going all right. It's going all right. How you doing? Dun, 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 dun. It's going all right. We're gonna go. We're gonna go send a telegram. We're gonna send a telegram off to the marshal, and then we're gonna see. We might. I might jump over to No Pixel. So we're gonna send this telegram requesting for a vote. Hello.
Hey, fool.
Something happened?
A really puzzling case.
What does it have to do with the wizard man?
No, yo, in a way, multiple people were stabbed and attacked, including our man here, but it was so dusty that no one could see.
Oh yeah, the one Fisher told me about, the Phantom of Saint Denis situation. Okay. I gotta go send a telegram off to Marshall real quick. I'll be back at the office in a moment.
Is everything okay?
Yep, all good.
Okay.
Ba 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 ba. Ba ba da ba da da da. Frozen. Hello. Alright. Chev and Jackson up for promo. All right. I want to talk to Coyote about the other night. I want to talk to Coyote about the other night and see what he thinks.
I don't know
Sounds
how to
like
go
it.
about it.
What's going on?
What happened with the blockades earlier? Did you guys have any success?
I was only a part of it for like the very end. As far as I'm aware, the Dead End Gang was encountered and chased, but they got away.
Are they wanted already?
No, they aren't. Just because of like their history and their group and all that. We want to search them to see, since we have suspicion of them trafficking weapons. And they fled.
Anybody mentioned to y'all that they chased the transport from out west earlier?
Not that
Coyote
I'm
was
aware
part of
of.
that.
No.
Oh, see, me, Malone, a Fisher over here, and 2 other deputies were moving Josie and the preacher from Armadillo to Saint Denis.
Oh, you got him.
And-
Nice.
And right around Reek Station, we ran into the Dead End Gang. We didn't stop for them. We just kept going. They turned around and gave chase for maybe a kilometer or 2, and then just broke off.
Interesting.
What do you make of this Phantom case? What the fuck are we supposed to do about it?
It's fuck all you can do about it.
Mm.
Case like that where you can't see somebody who's attacking people is kind of a sitting duck. Unless
here's
the
the-
people who were attacked know who it was and come forward with that information, we got nothing on it.
But this is why it becomes. This is why how it becomes so difficult. Because, listen, Fisher. This what I'm about to say is supposed to just go to the seniors and sheriffs, but I'm gonna tell you, okay, but it's really sensitive. So Vera Adley has given me an extremely important piece of information for a case. The problem is, when she gave me this piece of information, it was under the condition that I would not act on it unless I had another means of revealing who this culprit was. The problem is the culprit is a member of Victory Street, and that's where she works. Now, the other day we had to arrest her for some things she had done. She's a bit sick in the head and certain things happened. So me, Star, and Bill had to take her to Sisica for a long sentence. But before we took her, she told me that they have warned her that she can no longer talk to me anymore. Today she turns up stabbed. She gets released from Sisica after her long sentence. She is approached at the telegram office and she is stabbed repeatedly. After she was given the warning not to talk to us again.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck to do, because it's a phantom, but it may be Victory Street that did it.
I would be surprised. I would surprise me at all if it was Victor Street who did it. What I'd say in regards to the person that she brought up to you that she doesn't want arrested unless we have other means, what we do in cases like that is we'll have the charges for them, basically, and when we arrest them on something else, we just kind of slap them on top.
Oh, interesting.
And just kind of slide it into all of the other charges that they've done. Just kind of sneak it in on them.
Oh, I see, I see. But I feel like these bastards are very, very clever and sneaky.
Many of them are. It's usually the case, but I mean, just because they're clever and sneaky don't mean we can't be clever and sneaky too.
See. Are you familiar with Victory Street? Do you have like history with them?
A little bit, not the most, but I've got some familiarity with them.
Which deputy would you say is the most familiar with them, the most history?
It probably used to be Brooks, but Brooks hasn't been around in quite a while, so.
And Thorne hasn't been around either.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I would say Brooks would have been the most familiar with him. Maybe Chev?
Chevalier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe Chev. Trying to think of who else. Lynn, I think, also has some good history with him. Not good history, but history with him.
Okay. I just need to run some names by a certain deputy that knows them more, just to see what they say, to get a background. The person in question is Buddy LeFleur.
Oh, I'm very familiar with Buddy.
Okay, okay. Are we all talking in a whisper?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Hannah Hansen, despite all the bullshit she's been up to, over 1 month ago, she was beaten over the head so severely that it fractured both of her cheekbones and cracked her skull open. She went missing for almost a week, and when she was finally found, she was seen walking like a zombie out of the medical offices, and she has lost every memory going back 11 years. I've been working day and night for this one, and finally I discover, after getting really close through a confession of a source, the body was the one that did it.
That's gonna be a tough one to get.
And I'm thinking, grabbing. This is a thought that came to my head. Telling him that Hannah has regained her memory, and she has given your name.
That's not a bad idea at all, actually.
The only
Problem with that is that
if
it
he
is
calls
gonna.
my bluff.
Yeah, so he might call your bluff for one, but he also might then, instead of going after Vera, go after Hannah as well. Again. And then
See,
he'll go after her, and then she'll be like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and then she might throw you under the wagon.
Can I say, like, if I do that and he takes the bait and he agrees to it, and then I say, well, it's really funny because she never did tell me that.
I would really, you know what? Actually, it's not a bad idea. I just kind of, yeah. And there's been plenty of times where I have bluffed people into that. I've been like, oh yeah, we have you did the runs, and they're like, oh yeah, okay, I did it, and then they're like, yeah, we actually didn't have you, but thanks.
It's not a terrible idea until, he goes after her in an attempt to silence her, and then next thing you know, she's missing again, and we got nothing.
Here's the irony. The other day when Zip and Anna took me, they were desperate to find the information of the guy. So if would Buddy react? Would he retaliate? Do you think?
Maybe. It's hard to say. Because like around when you're saying that this was, it would have been, I think, probably just before the DiCenzos got the boot, right?
See,
when Hannah was attacked.
I think even before they got the boot.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that this happened before then, right? So back then, the Victory Street was a lot more of a loose cannon. They were very troublesome, very problematic. Now they have, I think, calmed down quite heavily. We haven't had very much issue with Victory Street in quite a while now. Especially since after the Dapper situation kind of fell through. But I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to try and kind of push the bluff on Buddy. He's always around here in the city. He's not hard to find. So it's something we can move on sort of whenever the hell you want.
So after the attack on Vera, I responded late to that one. Fisher did the report, all of that. And when I showed up late to Saint Denis, the first place I went was Victory Street. I took Buddy out back and I asked him if he had seen Vera, and he was being very strange about it. He was drunk. He was being a little belligerent. He kept apologizing for his behavior, saying that he's stressed out. It seemed like, I think he may have been involved, but I don't want my biases to blame anyone before the proof.
You think he could have been the one that stabbed her?
Listen, if he's the one that attacked Hannah, and everyone know him especially, that I've been snooping about this Hannah case daily, on the fucking daily, every nook and cranny for the past month. They then gave a warning. They then gave a warning to Vera. And then today Vera shows up. So Vera, when we were interrogating her before taking her to Sisica, she told us that she has been warned not to talk to us again. She was taken to Sisica for a really heavy sentence, over a year, 400, 500 days. And upon her release, she's stabbed. And the people that gave her the warning are being drunk and belligerent or stressed out, quote unquote.
Yeah. Is there any other ways or any other things that tie Hannah and Victory Street together?
It's just loose stuff. Very loose stuff. She was romantically inclined with a man named Bruno. This Bruno, however,
Bruno
only
was Dapper's, wasn't it?
no. He was a Victory Street.
Okay.
I have a telegram that Bruno wrote. The last telegram that Hannah got before she lost her memory was by Bruno. And they were talking about going on a date. He was my initial suspect. Turns out, Bruno is out of state forever and may never return.
Mm.
Bruno's close friend is a man named
Buddy
Buddy.
LaFleur.
See? But he say that Bruno is incapable of doing any violent action. He's like a pussycat. But Hannah was going around over there. She was, this can sound crazy, but she was seeing like 6 different guys.
No, honestly, yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
They don't sound crazy.
There have been plenty of times where I have seen Hannah down at Victory Street back around that time. Because that around then was when I was doing regular patrols down here in the city, and I was able to do them more regularly. And almost every time I went by Victory Street, Hannah was there.
They've all said that she would come and go. And the first place she was spotted after being found again from her injury was right there, by the medical offices wandering those alleyways.
So if from an outside perspective, Cody, if I may.
Please. I think the outside perspective sometimes is the best.
If Bruno's supposedly incapable of violence and lack of presence, but Buddy's known to be wishy-washy, and he's present quite regularly. It walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, Cody. It's probably a duck.
Yeah.
He's very tricky, this one. Very tricky. I'm trying to, I'm constantly questioning him on tangential topics that just skirt around the topic, hoping to catch him in an incongruency in his statements. He was fumbling today, completely fumbling.
Well, he seems out of sorts on the same day that she gets out and gets stabbed.
See, exactly. And I went there specifically asking for Vera. See, Vera had an incident where there was a series of attacks that she was committing while being asleep. It's like a type of sleepwalking. She wakes up, is in some sort of crazy trance, attacks people, and then she wakes up and is unaware. But she looks on her body and she's hurt. She has bite marks, scarring.
Mm-hmm.
We had to send her to Sisica because of it. So under that pretense, I showed up today saying, where is she? I need to do a wellness check. Make sure she's not fucking hurting anybody. So there would be no reason, I think, why anybody would assume that that was out of the ordinary. And he was telling me all sorts of strange things. That he spotted her in the telegram office. She ran away when she spotted him. She groaned and ran away. Then the story changed that they talked to each other. He said hello. She said hello back. Then the story changed. He was walking away, turned around, then noticed her. He was being really fucking weird about it, saying that he was drunk and stressed.
This was Vera and Buddy, right?
See?
So you get 3 different stories from a fella in the same location that she's later stabbed at.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Nah, I mean it's pretty cut and dry to me as well.
Yeah.
But we need to talk to Vera first.
And
then
then
you can't talk to her.
I can't. She won't talk to me.
What else do we need? What else do we need from her?
What do you mean?
Well,
well, she was stabbed, so and there is no suspect. The suspect is a phantom, and I'm trying to find her to talk to her just to ascertain her safety, and she disappeared. Maybe we have to wait for tomorrow to talk to her.
Right. Okay. Was she wouldn't wake up from her situation then, or was she like?
No, she was able to walk it off, I assume.
Okay.
Yeah, no, so we met her down at the medical office. Doc stitched her up. Then took her statement. Was going to go down and investigate further at the telegram station, and lo and behold, the 2 gentlemen she was with that picked her up on the wagon took her, I guess, to the telegram station. We happened to meet back up there, and so I had her walk me through exactly what happened and everything, and lo and behold, that same horse was there, and seemed like everything was happening all over again.
What do you remember what she was wearing?
White shirt, dark pants, short orange hair, reddish hair.
Vera with orange hair? She has dark hair.
It's like
I
a
think she
darker
used to have orange hair.
brownish red. Yep.
Oh. See, we have to find her. I'm just worried now that they threaten her. She's going to be very afraid to talk to me.
Maybe she's dyed her hair. Because it sure was awful reddish, leaning more towards orange.
I swear she used to have just red hair.
Maybe she's trying to go incognito now.
Probably.
I think I'm gonna go check the telegrams again, see if she responded to me. I sent a pretty urgent telegram telling her to contact me ASAP. I think the what you mentioned, busting him for something else, and only then I can't figure any other way to do it. Unless bring him here and just really put the pressure on. I'm thinking I'm gonna ask Dalloway. She has some really good interrogation techniques.
That's a great idea.
See.
Definitely think it'll have to be something here in the interrogation room and just kind of pressing him. But I mean, like you said, now he's already given you 3 different stories.
It was like I saw her at the telegram office.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me how I just bumped into her. Okay, how it was like inconsequentialized, but he still was placed there. And I talked to him about 30 minutes ago, and he said he saw her 1 hour ago.
Yeah, which would have been around when she was stabbed. So he has placed himself at the scene of the crime.
At the time of the crime. She was stabbed at the telegram when I fucking talked to him. What a bastard!
Of course.
She was
But now you
stabbed
do,
real quick.
right? So
See, now I do. See,
now that you do, I mean, for me, that is just really cut and dry. Like he literally put himself at the scene of the crime at the time of the crime with the victim. It doesn't get much more cut and dry than that.
This fucking sneaky bastard.
Yep.
Well,
It's time to be sneaky right back at him.
See, well, if this is the case, if we can get him on the stabbing, then we lump the other one right in with it.
Yep.
It was about 2 hours ago that I sent word for you, Cody.
Okay, I'm pretty sure. So he saw her after the stabbing, apparently, like 20 minutes after. But that's bullshit. She would have been in the medical offices.
I sent word for you after we left the medical office, so I'd say about 2.5 hours ago would have been the time of the stabbing.
I looked him all over, and I didn't see any blood on this bastard's person either. I'm gonna check the tip line.
There's a train leaving out, and the ones coming back with the wizard are headed here.
They have the wizard there. Are they bringing the wizard back?
No, the wizard went up there questioning.
Is that
That's
the
the
wizard?
wizard.
Magician?
Yeah, that's the wizard.
This fucking
He went
wizard.
up there questioning the security of the mine about some yellow room of gems or something, and next thing you know, they got him cornered up on a roof.
Hey, Bolton.
Howdy,
Senor Bolton. By the way, what?
I'm not on duty.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're-
No, just God forbid. You can't say hello, guys. She's on duty. No,
Okay. All right. Never mind. I'm sorry for saying hello, Bolton.
I'm just letting you know.
No, it's too late. No, fuck you. Goodbye.
Okay.
I have to go to the telegram station.
Well, so do I. So
That's awkward.
everything been all right?
Yeah, it's been a pretty quiet one tonight. We had a checkpoint going. That's really been about it. I did some senior paperwork.
Oh no.
Yeah. Had another mess with Bill last night with Malone. So I wrote that up, and we tried talking to him about it, and we got nowhere. And Malone said, "No, this is something we're just gonna leave for the sheriffs to deal with."
Wait, what did he? Why the sheriffs? What did he do?
So there was I don't know. I think he meant it more as though like he's clearly not listening to us when we're trying to talk to him about this. There's a situation with Bill and Coyote and Zip and Hannah. So the situation developed into a hostage situation. Bill had his weapon out. Coyote was taken hostage and had a weapon at his head by Hannah, and Zip had Bill at gunpoint. Instead of Bill negotiating to get Coyote's release, Bill just gave up, surrendered, and like basically threw his weapons on the ground. What ended up happening was that Bill was then robbed. Coyote and Bill were both had all of their supplies taken from them, their shoes taken, and forced to walk back to Armadillo through the desert in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I saw that.
So me and Malone were trying to talk to Bill about it last night after it all happened and kind of come to, maybe how we can move forward from a situation like that and sort of improve and learn from what happened so that something like that maybe doesn't happen again. Bill seemed to just not comprehend that anything he did could have been wrong, and he was of the mindset that he was 100% right in what he did, um, and that he had done nothing wrong. And it didn't matter really any direction I tried to take it. That seemed to be the only mentality he wanted to have. And they kept seeming to believe that I was trying to tell him that they should have just shot Zip when I was not trying to say that at all. And what I was trying to say was you should not have surrendered and just given yourself to them, basically. And you should have negotiated for a coyote because that's what we do. We don't just give up. We negotiate for our own because it's either you give up and then they were made to walk through the desert and they could have both fucking died. And that's going to be no good for anyone.
Okay.
But he just couldn't, he didn't seem to want to hear any of it. So.
So you're taking this up to that sheriff level?
That's what Malone wanted to do. I didn't think so. I wanted to maybe let other seniors talk to him because I couldn't get
I was
through
gonna
to him.
say, yeah, just try another
But,
senior for crying out loud. One that he may know a little better. I don't know who that would be though.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. But Malone was saying, bring it up to the sheriffs and leave it up to the sheriffs. So.
I think a different senior should just try to speak with him about it. How did you find out that he just gave himself up?
He told us.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so we sat down and I was like, okay, so how did this happen? How did you guys end up in a 2v2 situation and both get basically robbed and tortured weekly? And so he walked me through it and I was like, well, maybe that was not the right decision to make. I think you should have, kept your weapon up. You should have negotiated with Zip and Hannah to get Coyote out safely instead of just giving up and then potentially killing the both of them.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to throw your weapon away if you can't.
Yeah.
Basically either force them to take an action that you may have to defend yourself. I don't know. There's many ways because surrendering yourself just right off the bat without even trying is a bit rough.
Yeah, and that's the key issue I had with it, and I was sitting there like saying you should just shoot them down. Like, no, that's not what I'm trying to relay at all. Is that you should have negotiated to try and get Coyote out safely instead of just giving yourself up like that. And so I'll adjust the file and everything and see if I can get another senior instead to talk to Bill when they next able to, because myself and Malone tried to, and I didn't want to stop talking to him, but Malone decided to kind of end the discussion. Like, we're not getting anywhere with this. We're going in circles. So.
Okay, well, that's just going up to sheriff ain't the right one. Do you know of any seniors you might particularly look up to?
I have no idea. I'm going to adjust that file now before I forget to at a later date.
I'm trying to think of maybe a senior that he might be willing to speak with, but he's such a loner that it's difficult for me to know. He only hangs out with his little New Austin crew.
Yeah. So it's just a whole mess. The other thing he argued was that they do things differently in the West than we do in the East when it comes to dealing with people. And that using a heavy hand doesn't always work, and that 9 times out of 10 we don't have any discussions with him about stuff because it goes well. I'm sitting there like, well, yeah, but this time out of 10 he could have got you both killed.
9 times out of 10, that makes me wonder what else he's been up to then. That's not following our policy.
Exactly. Well, that's why I have the report up about him, where he's been giving the longest leash I've ever seen to some of the most repeat offenders I've ever seen. Like Zip and Vern, getting deals to
Right.
keep them out of Sisika.
Yeah, we should not be doing that to people who are repeatedly doing the same shit over and over again.
Yeah. I brought it up before I had left for my little trip, but no one kind of moved in on it while I
I
was
think
away.
that's the thing is I don't think we have any policy stating, oh, if you're gonna give them over, I don't know, over 50% time off, you gotta get approval from a senior or whatever. We don't have policy stating that, so it's hard to argue it.
Yeah. I mean, I know back when I was still new to the department, I know I had plenty of talks with me about giving too great reductions to people.
Really? I've never had that
And-
talk to me.
Yeah, well, I've had a lot of talks with me about a lot of things.
Fair enough.
So,
I could try to talk to Bill. I don't know him very well. Like I said, he tends to be a loner. He never stays around long enough for me to get to know him.
yeah, I don't know who does on the senior team. So, it's
I would say maybe McAllister because she is the senior deputy of Armadillo, even though she never. I think she goes out. I think she lives out there, but doesn't stay around too long there. I think we have like 4 senior deputies actually at Armadillo. I am a bit confused. I mean, I can understand just bringing the discussion up, but bringing up Bill as a potential future senior is a bit. It's a bit early considering all the concerns he has.
yeah.
But that is probably something we should add into his senior discussion. Is this particular issue? Poor choices.
I mean, I feel like we've already articulated much of that before this has even happened.
Fair enough.
So yeah. I pushed for. I sent a telegram to the marshals for vote for Chev and Jackson, since their discussion had been up and kind of through already for a while now, and no vote came of it, just a discussion.
Well, probably because there's not enough people who are saying promote them. Chevalier, yes, there is. I would agree with Chevalier. I'm not in agreement with Danny though.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, I don't see her that often, but when I have seen her, I haven't seen her. She just kind of stays in the back and follows. From what
I don't know
I've seen,
how, okay?
again, that doesn't mean that she doesn't do it, but
Mhm.
The thing is, we can't rely on just one person who keeps seeing her every night. For instance, I think it needs to be multiple people seeing her.
Yeah, I get that.
And I know for a fact we have some seniors at that time. I just don't know if they've been around.
Yeah.
But I'm not really. Yeah, I do apologize, but my vote for her would be a no at this time. I would like to see her around a little more, so I could shout out her decisions a little more. But she's not really around consistently, so it's a bit difficult.
Yeah, that seems to be the main concern with Jackson. Is that so?
Yeah, she's always been like that. She'll be around for a week and then kind of disappear a little bit and then around. It's not I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, but considering as of late I haven't seen that many seniors, it'd be nice to have more consistent seniors.
Yep.
Breaks are important though. I understand that Danny probably has a bit of a busy schedule.
Yeah, it's been pretty rough around this hour of late. It's been
Yeah, I mean
me.
you know me. I used to be more evening like, and then I switched to the morning because we needed more morning.
Yeah, everyone's
And
the
now
morning.
it's
Bolton,
completely
come back to me.
swamped.
Bolton, please come back to me.
I'm still around in the evening from time to time.
No.
That's the thing is I can change my schedule around whenever I want.
Wish I could do that. I'm all sorts of fucked up in the head right now with my schedule. I'm awake from 7 p.m. to 12 p.m.
Yeah. What about your you didn't mention Monette.
Oh yeah, Monette. I think I'm very pleased with Monette, especially with how far he's come from his time as cadet. He's always been very good about taking criticism. He's shown a lot of very good things, especially like with the Del Lobo thing. Something that was brought up to me was that he had gotten like way too in over his head with the Del Lobos, and he was spoken to about it, and he was able to rein himself in, and he was able to see where he was going wrong and improve himself in that exact direction that he needed to. And he made a whole training for himself to improve on something that he was lacking in. He's always been very prominent with cadet training as well, and has just, I think, been all around a very good deputy, and I think would be very deserving of the nod.
Okay, because I've kind of seen some issues with him personally, but I don't know what it is. I think it's just a me thing, and that's what he believes as well. Because he always says, Bolton, anytime I'm not around you, I do well. Every time I'm around you, he's very clumsy around me.
Yeah.
Very
You pressure people,
focused.
Bolton.
I don't pressure anyone.
Your presence is terrifying. You make our deputies shiver in their boots. They need to impress you. No, not actually. I'm just pulling your leg.
Okay, because now I'm a little concerned.
No, I'm pulling your leg, Bolton. I'm pulling your leg. I'm sorry.
No, but it seems like whenever we're together, he messes up quite a bit. And yet, I see the everyone else is raving about him, so I don't know if he is nervous around me for one reason or another. So I'm gonna rely on everybody else to decide that.
Well, you see, it gets into your head, right? And when I was kind of trying to push myself forward, and that's a bell. You head over Shine West.
Yeah.
Can you catch that? I found I had a very similar issue moving from deputy to senior deputy, and that was with Hurst. Every time I was around Hurst at all, I would fuck up somehow, in some way, shape, or form, without fail. And it was a constant thing. And it was rough. So I ended up going directly to Hurst. And being like, hey, help me, please. And so that ended up, I think, helping me get through. But I did have the same case, and it gets into your head, right? When you feel like you're doing well around everyone, and then one person shows up, and then you start fumbling around like an idiot. It gets into your head, and then it constantly starts happening over and over again, because then it's kind of got into your head, and it's stuck with you. And it's like, fuck, that person's around. I need to do good, and then you fuck up because you put too much pressure.
Well, that's what makes me confused. It's not like I'm a sheriff or anything, so I don't know why he's so concerned about, fumbling with me.
You don't need to be a sheriff to have earned that respect from people. And
yeah, fair enough.
And there's a lot of people in the department who they see some of us as seniors and they look up to us. Right? And then when they fuck up in some way, shape, or form with us, it hits them harder because they want to prove themselves to us. And
that's fair.
I've seen that a lot. I think that might be the case, is that they look up to us and they don't want to fuck up in front of us because they want to make us proud. Because at the end of the day, I mean, we did kind of bring them up, right? We trained them, and they're our little saplings, and have come so far, and they want to show to us that they have come so far. But
Yeah,
Very well may be the case.
I just feel bad for him because I don't want to be the reasoning why someone's fumbling about, you know. But that's why I'm going to rely on everyone else's vote of confidence, I guess, for him.
Yeah, I get that.
Because for me, I mean, he is a very good deputy. Just has made some interesting choices, and I just don't know if it's because it's just because of me.
I'm curious as to what those choices were. It falls into the FTO thing that we've been working on, Kay.
I can't really think of any example right now, per se.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'd really have to think hard on it.
Yeah, because I'm curious if they are things that have happened that maybe I haven't caught onto or haven't noticed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a few months ago, I noticed the way he teaches cadets, for instance, was a little childlike, almost like they're in a school. So I let him know about that because other people may not appreciate being looked on like they're a child.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's improved upon that. A lot of his fumbling is really just especially when it comes to an active situation, he doesn't keep up with what's going on with me. Whether that's actively, like physically keeping up, or just mentally keeping up, as in what's going on, what's the situation. He gets left behind in pursuits oftentimes, for instance.
To be fair, you're really good when it comes to keeping up in pursuits.
Well, yeah, but that's just.
I get you now. Trying to think. I don't think I've been in very many pursuits with Monet of late.
Well, I'm like I said, not
or
just
keeping
physically, but
up. Yeah, I haven't
sometimes
had
mentally.
very much with him. I've been really just kind of on opposites with him, shift wise.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm talking about mentally as well, as in like trying to realize what the situation is and getting yourself, adapted to it quickly. Sometimes he has trouble doing that, and I don't know if it's just again maybe around me that I'm noticing that.
Interesting. I'll definitely keep an eye on it if I get more opportunities. See if it is something that maybe I haven't been catching.
Yeah, I think a little more time. I would like to see a little more, some more opinions on him in general. I haven't seen that many.
He doesn't have very many, does he?
No, he doesn't, which concerns me. But I would like to see some more opinions and maybe give him a few more weeks. Maybe keep an eye out. I want to put him in some really rough leadership opportunities, like maybe against people like not just the Del Lobos, but also like the Wallaby kid. That gain or another tough situation that he has to make a call for. See how he does, because I haven't seen him really lead anything like that personally.
Yeah, makes sense.
I just want to make sure people also, that's one thing, is I don't see deputies really looking up to him per se, as in going straight up to him if say a senior's busy, and I let him know that you're ready for a senior when you realize that there are several deputies that come up to you asking questions that you can answer. But he still does ask. He asks a lot of questions, which is a good thing. But you also should be able to answer some of the questions that you do ask too sometimes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Important things to look out for.
Let me see. Anything else going on around here?
I ain't had much since I've been on duty.
Wallaby and Co flee from checkpoint.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, that's like about it. They were stopped. They wanted to talk to them. I wasn't part of the checkpoint at that point yet. But since they've been like trafficking weapons a lot, I think the people running the checkpoint wanted to search them with their history.
Search like the person, or
yeah, just search their person. For any stolen weaponry, because they have been I think under suspicion of that sort of stuff for quite a while now, and the only real way we're gonna catch them is if we catch it on them.
Yeah, that's just a dangerous. That's a dangerous game to play. I will say that. Trying to search someone who is not currently wanted, I can see them try to push against it.
Yeah. But I do also understand the basis for it.
Yeah, no, I understand the basis of it as well.
Oh. it is a difficult one, but I think that's also why that is only like a fling and a failure to comply 10-day charge, and that's not like a huge thing. Just sort of like likelihood is that they probably had something on them that they shouldn't have, right? That's usually the case with those groups, is that they're going to have something on them when they shouldn't have, especially if they're not wanted. They think they're just going to, kind of be able to slide by.
Yeah. Wallaby's also the type of. I bet you, even if he had all clean guns, he probably still would have argued against it.
Yeah. Caster Frey spotted heading towards Rose. Still believe he's wanted from fleeing from us yesterday in Blackwater when he was robbing people with Josie. Wasn't... What?
He's wanted for 43 days.
No, that's not really. Yeah, a couple of...
Yeah, if you want to... Like I said, for me, with Danny, I wouldn't put her up until I personally get to see her a little more. But that's up to you if you want to put her up to vote.
I mean, I'll be honest, I already did put the votes up because...
Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, if it's a nose, it's a nose. I just know that I had seen those discussions, and they had been sitting for a very long time, and Redding's was up at the same time, and Redding's vote came through, but nobody else's did, and I was really confused as to why that was the case. And
well, it's probably because, like I said, not every discussion has to lead to a vote.
Yeah.
So if we assume that, then it'll be harder for people to want to bring up people for discussion in the first place, just to figure out what they need to work on. Because I know Rip and I plan to bring up Pointer for discussion, not for a vote, but for discussion. But I don't want people assuming, oh, well, we got to vote on him. I'm gonna do no, he needs more time, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Discussions sometimes can just be discussions. So.
Most definitely.
I think that's the precedent that's being set, though, is if a discussion goes up, people may fear that, oh, well, we're going to have to vote on this eventually, so I'm going to, they might not put everything forward, or
I think it's a very
be a little
good
picky or
thing.
things like that, yeah.
It's a very good thing. I know it was one of the things that frustrated me the most was that I would only ever get feedback when it was time for a senior vote. And then at that point, it was too late for me to correct myself in any way, shape, or form based off of the feedback from that vote.
That's why I always ask for feedback once every few months, and every time I do that, I get no feedback, Maple. Do you have any for me?
I haven't seen you, Bolton.
God damn it.
I don't have anything for you. I haven't seen you.
No one has anything
Stop
for me.
Stop scaring the deputies, Bolton.
I don't scare him. Do I scare him?
No.
Okay.
I don't think you do.
I would fear...
If you did, no one's told me that you do.
I don't think so. I've never really had anyone that's afraid to go up to me.
I feel like people might be scared of me now, Bolton.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like people are worried that I'm gonna yell at them for stuff.
I feel like you haven't gone around yelling at people for things.
I yell at people during shooting training. I think I may have poisoned them all, thinking that I'm gonna yell at them for everything.
Fair enough.
I yell at criminals a lot too.
Yeah, but they deserve it. I'm kind of
agree.
curious though.
Yeah, exactly, Kay.
Do you know where Ruth and Brooks went? Perhaps? I don't know if they're taking a break.
I'm not too sure. No, I haven't seen them in a while, sadly.
Okay, I haven't seen quite a few seniors, and it's kind of worrying me.
Are you taking a look at the list?
I was gonna take a look at the list, but I can't find it.
It's going to be in the... Where's the directory? There's so much pinned shit. Where's the directory? Is the directory not pinned anymore? Oh, there it is.
No, it's in there.
It's just blind.
No, where is it? No, I lost it, even though I was just in it.
Near the bottom.
Oh, yeah. There it is. Public servant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We only have 9 sheriffs.
Pruitt, McGregor, McIntosh.
Macintosh,
Brooks.
she just
Macintosh
disappeared.
hasn't been around in
like 4
months.
months.
Yeah.
It's been, I believe, 4 months since I've seen her. That's why I was going nuts in Strawberry, because I'm thinking I'm the only one really there. Hart, is around too, but he goes everywhere because he's a sheriff. But I don't have another senior to help me.
Well, I mean, even though I'm in Coulter, I'm still like right there.
Yeah.
And I'm also like never actually up in Coulter because I can never be up there because anytime I'm around, especially at these hours, they need help down here. And there's nobody in Coulter. I went up to Coulter the other day and there was literally nobody there, and it was kind of sad. Brooks.
Where did Kramer go? Kramer hasn't been around either.
Brooks, Kramer, McIntosh, McGregor, Pruitt, Ruth, Sanctum, and Willer. Except I think Sanctum may have been around tonight.
Well, let's hope he stays around. Yeah, that's roughly
Half.
a couple of deputies, seniors who haven't been around. So it'd be nice to get a few more. Oh, I am curious. Is there anybody you're possibly looking for a future senior that you've been looking into, or?
Also, it looks like Schaefer and O'Grady haven't put themselves up to the senior list.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Schaefer and could you add them since you're?
Yeah, I'm gonna move them.
I thought I added them already, but I guess.
O'Grady. They should be doing this themselves. Where the fuck does O'Grady go? LMNO. Both Pruitt. Okay, and then Schaefer.
Oh, I miss Manius.
Oh wait, CSC, not SA. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're looking through the just regular deputy list, eh?
Yeah.
Well, Camden. I'm gonna take Camden. Off that. I haven't seen Clark.
Who's Clark?
Arya Clark.
Oh Jesus, I haven't even heard that name in a while.
Yeah. I haven't seen Ed in forever.
She comes and goes.
Henley.
Hoping some of the newer deputies added themselves there. We might be missing a few of the newer deputies on there.
Yeah, maybe.
Such as Ryder. Is James Ryder on there?
No.
You put him in that list, and then.
Do you have his telegram?
Look that up quickly.
It's Ryder with a Y, right?
Yes. Ryder, yeah, James. Sorry, Ryder James is his name. So last name is James.
Oh shit.
You know when you're ready for the telegram.
Ryder James. So it's James first, and then Ryder second.
Yeah.
James. Telegram.
It's gonna be ZE609. Zebra Elephant 609.
Gotcha.
Colton Fisher. That's another new one.
Yeah, he's here.
Okay. Rowan Undergrove.
She's brand new, so I don't think she is here. I'll be able to ask her to put herself here. No, she's not.
I would just add her. Let's just add them.
Undergrove.
Yep. And then I'm ready with the telegram.
Okay.
Okay, it's gonna be IM745.
Done.
Anybody else we can remember? Here, let me look in the.
Valen.
Oh, Valen, yeah.
Valen.
Mary.
Oh yeah, she's here.
Okay, she's in there. Who else? Let me see.
Campbell.
Campbell has not been promoted yet. He hasn't been around.
Oh, that's awkward.
What about Likely?
No.
Likely and Star.
Star's
Likely's not
here,
here?
yeah. Likely is not. No, it's Cody Likely, right?
Yep, Cody and Likely.
Cody and Likely. Would be after A and under O. Or, sorry, over O. Is it Likely?
No E.
No E. Okay. So
Then first name's
Likly.
Yep. First name is Cody Ann.
Telegram?
EC986 Elephant Cat 986. Another
In a,
one.
animal mood tonight, eh, Bolton? Zebra,
so.
elephant, cat.
Yeah, apparently. Who else have we? Is Dewberry in there?
He's not.
Really? Add him. Buck Dewberry.
Telegram?
RQ495.
Yeah.
Alright, let me see who else. What about Hooper?
Yeah, Hooper, sure.
Kelshaw?
Killshaw's here, yeah.
Okay, who else can we think of? Vasiliev? Eli?
Oh, no, I don't think he is. It's at the bottom down here.
Who? Yeah, Vasiliev.
How do you spell that?
VASILIEV.
Telegram?
It's going to be LG843, large goat 843.
All right.
Okay, what about Texler?
Nope.
No?
Yeah, nope.
Alright, let's add him. Dylan Texler.
Alright.
There's a lot of people missing.
Yeah.
That's gonna be LY271 for the telegram. LY271.
Okay.
Okay, how about Roscoe? Sam Roscoe?
Nope. All right.
UX593. UX593.
We need a, you know what we need to do, Bolton?
What?
We need an introductory file that just we can give to people and be like, read this.
Well, why don't you make one? For new deputies, read this, and that is add in next of kin in your file, add in yourself in the PO number box, look through all this, blah blah blah. Okay,
And then make
next...
a new hire file.
Yeah, exactly. How about Nate Casey? Has he added himself there?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah. I bet you most of these guys don't even know this file exists. Telegram?
AV925, AV925.
Alright.
And then how about Deputy Chubbs?
Yeah. No.
Okay, let's add him. Oh my god, he's so old.
How old is he?
He's 65.
What the fuck?
He fucking runs.
What's his name? First name?
Harvey Chubbs.
Holy shit, Telegram.
65 years old. XI257.
Holy fuck, man. He's 65. He's on par with like Prophet. He's on the. I don't know. He's on par with Prophet and fucking Otis, eh?
Dewberry's only 45, and he acts older than Chubbs.
Holy shit.
Okay. How about Coyote? Is he on there? Diaz.
He was. He used to be. I think I took him off when he was away for like a long time.
All right, why don't we put him back up there?
I put him back.
Isn't his name
It's
like
Manuel, right?
Yeah, no, Miguel. Miguel is what his forename is. Yeah, it's like Manuel Miguel Antonio Diaz or
long
whatever.
name, yeah.
It's a long name.
Okay, Miguel Diaz.
It's
What's
just
the token?
Miguel. NG146. NG146.
Okay.
All right, let me see. Who else is new? Taylor? What about Taylor? Kane Taylor?
Oh yeah, he's here.
Okay. I have a Wallace. Wallace Wilson.
Oh, she's Shipman now.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, is Shipman there then?
Nope, he is not.
Okay. Is Wilson up there though? Check for Wilson first.
No.
Okay. She hasn't updated her file here. So
Shipman.
Wallace.
Why do I keep caps locking? Okay.
It's going to be CP350. CP350.
All right. I need something to drink before I pass out. Let me check these crates real quick. Okay.
Okay, let me think of anybody else. How about Mercer?
Hello.
Where's that Scout?
Is anybody home?
Hello, Scout.
Hi, this door is wide open for me.
Yeah, it's strange. It's very locked.
This is really awkward because I saw you in Sisika today earlier, Bolton, and yes, I was on parole, but after my parole, things happen, and I'm here to turn myself in if I'm even wanted for it.
What did you do?
There was a roadblock.
Yeah.
And we ran from it. Honestly, I don't even think we had a reason. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm wanted for that or not.
ER, it's 10-day failure to comply charge. Honestly, because you're turning yourself in, I'm happy that you can just find him and let him go.
Yeah, just fucking find him and just get him, send him on his way.
I would like to say, at the end, we were apologized to because we were told that they had gone about it incorrectly.
Who apologized to you?
Forrester, I believe.
Okay, well, I don't know what happened. Could you actually let us know what happened exactly?
Yes, it was. We showed up. They asked what we were doing, and we said we were coming from out west because we were going to go out west, but then we decided to change our mind and go back out east. But then Wallaby, Wallaby be a Wallaby, he said, it's none of your fucking business. And, things got a little, standoffish, not in terms of guns, but in terms of egos. And, yeah. And that pretty much went from there.
7821.
But they were like, hey, you need to get off your horses. We're going to search you and all these other things. And so I don't think he was a big fan of that.
I see. Why in particular? Did they say why they were gonna search you, or?
Nope. They just said because we weren't answering, which we said we came from out west and are coming here to Rhodes. They said that wasn't a good enough answer or something like that. And they said it was a lady deputy. I don't remember her name. I don't think she gave her name, but she said that sounded suspicious and that it was grounds to search stuff.
I see.
Damn it! Now I gotta fucking talk to Bolton about it. I know. I know. I'll talk to you about it, Bolton. Don't worry.
Okay.
I may be missing details. I have a horrible memory, so.
So I was about to just fine you. You are wanted for questioning about something else from a long time ago, where new information has come up about it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What stuff?
So, situation back on March 23rd, exactly a month ago.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, which involved your participation in a honeypotting where one. What the fuck's his name? I
What?
literally just read it. Charles Morgan was shot down. Just outside of Blackwater, I believe.
What the fuck is a honeypotting?
Where you're like robbing people. You're sitting there, kind of having an injured person, so people come up, and then when they come up, you pounce them and rob them.
Interesting. I didn't know it was called that.
Yeah, you were with Adelaide at the time.
Huh. That's awkward.
As you, Scout, well, you are Scout, sorry, I meant to say Wallaby and Dakota. Does this sound familiar to you at all?
I don't know. It's probably happened in the past, but I don't even think it was a month ago. I feel like that's happened. Last time I went robbing with Adelaide was like 3 months ago. But is the charge called honeypotting?
No, the charge is assault with a deadly and robbery under 500. So a lot of these questions like asking you aren't really gonna matter because of how long ago it was. I don't think you're gonna know where you were on the 23rd of fucking March at 9 p.m.
Really not. I can promise you I do not know what I did 2 days ago.
Yeah, I believe that.
Ask Dakota. She
do you know Crispin?
I know of Crispin. He is a friend of Wisteria's.
Okay.
And he's a newspaper guy.
Do you recall ever threatening Crispin?
No.
Okay. And well, I mean, you do know Adelaide well, so that question kind of...
I also tried to kill her.
Yeah. Yeah, the other problem... Oh, Bolton, real quick. I don't think this guy's gonna run it, even if he does, and we know where to find him.
Just kidding, I'm kidding. That was a joke.
With this and how, like, this has been brought in... Adelaide's brought this information to us, and this is after they nearly tried to kill her. And she has gone ahead and decided to name Wallaby, Dakota, and Scout being involved in the situation, which is highly suspicious.
She's just throwing them under the fucking wagon at this point. If
Yeah.
they were there, regardless, it's still a crime that happened. But,
I just, with the questions we have on this, like, where were you before coming to Black? Like, this is a month ago. We can't expect anybody to remember this far ago. I don't fucking remember what I did 3 days ago.
I find it weird to think that Wallaby also would have brought in Charles and Morgan. They're close, they're very close together.
Charles was, I think, the one that got shot.
Yeah, he got shot. I'm just seeing here.
I just don't see a lot of weight on these questions or anything that can
No, they're not gonna
genuinely
help.
pen anybody involved in this to this.
Adelaide confirms Timmy was not involved, but given recent developments in the relationship, she may be lying about this. Yeah, it sounds like they were probably most likely involved, and because of their split in relationships, she's trying to throw them under the wagon, but not, if Timmy was there, but not Timmy under the fucking wagon.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about that.
For all we know, they weren't there, and Timmy was, and she just decided
And she's
to
just throwing them
turn
instead,
the...
yeah. Because maybe she saw Wallaby bring in Charles and tried to spin a whole fucking story about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about, if they were all involved and she claims only some of them were involved. It looks like Timmy was already questioned and it was waived. Actually, I believe I waived it because at the time there wasn't these updates.
I'm just updating you real quick. I'm gonna go across the street and change. I'll be right back.
Okay. I think with how fucking long ago it was. I mean, did they actually rob anything? Did they take anything? Oh, it was robbery of Crispin. Where's the actual incident? There it is. Were held up initially by a woman and a man who were both in some form of disguise. Charles Morgan rode up on them at some point and seemed to be trying to dissuade the situation. Wallaby came in the situation at some point during the part or earlier and shooting ensued, resulting in Charles Morgan being shot down. I don't think Wallaby would shoot down Charles Morgan. So it was probably someone else, whether it was Adelaide herself or Timmy, if they were actually there.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Adelaide and Timmy who approach.
Yeah. Wallaby may have
And
just
Wallaby
become
brought
alive.
Morgan in.
Yeah, he brought him in, and I don't think he would have done that if he truly wanted him dead or something. But those two are very close, is the thing. I don't see Wallaby shooting Charles Morgan at all.
Kind of wanting to just waive these charges on this lot.
Honestly, I would just close this entire thing with how long it's been.
That's what I wanted to do.
This happened so long ago, and everyone's just gonna say, "Oh, well, I don't know what happened." And the fact that Adelaide is keeping Timmy out of it, and then not the others, when we already know there's a conflict between them, I just don't know. I don't know what to trust. So.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna just waive that. I'm gonna find Scout for the failure to comply.
Okay.
At a reduced rate, and then.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna waive that charge.
I appreciate it.
So you're gonna be getting charged with failure to comply. It is going to be just a fine, and it is going to be $15 whole.
Oh my heavens!
I know. Whatever will you do?
I'm still waiting for my speeding ticket.
Well, you haven't been speeding, and I haven't had to catch you. You want? I can give. I actually don't have my
good.
book on me.
Damn it!
I
want to be at the top of your list for the most speeding tickets.
Oh,
I actually haven't had to be giving out very many speeding tickets of late. I haven't had the time to breathe to do such a thing.
Just you wait. I'm out of Sisica now, baby. It's all over for you.
Well, I'm gonna get your ass for speeding.
Not if I have anything to say about it. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, what? Would you want to talk to me about the thing? I find it weird that a deputy is apologizing on behalf of somebody else's actions.
Oh, so that was what's the word? Checkpoint. That's the one I was forgetting about. It was Chev and Monette and all of them. Forrester had gone back into town because he had disagreed with the way that Chev had handled it, and Chev told him, well, if there's an issue with it, like, speak to a senior about it and have that sort of discussed. So Forrester went back into town and spoke to Cameron about it. Cameron went out and spoke to Chev about it and squared the whole thing away. I approached as Cameron was talking to Chev about it, and Cameron agreed that Chev was not in the wrong and how she approached the situation was accurate and proper. So Cameron is gonna know more details about it, but from what I saw and how the discussion went between Cameron and Chev, there didn't seem to be really anything that happened that was wrong, and just Forrester maybe disagreeing with the action, which, I mean, it's okay, but he definitely shouldn't have been going to apologize to the group after the fact, especially without speaking to Chev in between speaking to a senior and then, right?
Yeah, I think if you want to apologize for your own actions, go for it. But upon the actions of others, when you're not their superior, especially, that's that's basically telling that group, that I agree with you, and I think that sets a bad precedent for distrust amongst each other.
Yeah, I have to agree. So yeah, that's sort of the case there. He went, spoke to a senior. Cameron spoke to Chev, got it all squared away. And I don't even think Cameron wrote anything about it because it didn't seem like there was something that needed to be written up about it.
Yeah, probably not. All right. Any other PO box numbers we gotta add in here? We just added how many? Like 10?
Well, and you know what I'm gonna do now? Actually, I'm probably gonna hit the bed here soon. But I'm gonna go through and also start axing some names here.
Well, I would put him on break or something. I wouldn't axe him.
So then you know what? I'm gonna move like Brooks, McIntosh, McGregor. Well, maybe I'll leave them. I'll leave them for now.
I would move Macintosh for sure. She's definitely one that needs to be moved. She hasn't been around for quite literally 4 months. Prudence, for instance, I haven't seen in a few months. Unless
I haven't seen Prudence either.
Manius I haven't seen in a little while, which I'm really sad about. Madly? Who's Evan Madly? I don't even know who this is.
Madly has not been around in literally ages.
Just put them on break. Henley I haven't seen in a little bit. Ori I haven't seen in a little bit.
Ori was around last night.
Oh really? Oh, okay. I'm glad. I miss seeing her.
Lancaster hasn't been around.
Lancaster hasn't. He's been I think around recently enough to not put
has
him
he
down
been?
there
Okay.
yet.
Alright.
Yeah, I think maybe like at least within the last month or two. I would say maybe like 3 months would be a good time for maybe 2 to 3 months to put him on break. Stump I haven't seen in a bit, and Spats as well.
Spats was around.
Smith, Rose Smith. I definitely haven't seen. I would definitely bring him down.
I saw Spats the other night.
Oh,
Stump
okay,
I haven't
good.
seen. West. I'm gonna be honest. I still don't know how or why West is still a deputy.
What do you mean?
There's been so much shit with West that I strongly disagree with his actions on, and he's still around. But
Well, I guess it's a good thing he's never really around. So.
Yeah.
Group firing shots in Armadillo. These suspicious group of folk rode into town and started firing off their guns. I don't know what they're up to. They're disturbing folk down there. Robbed again, same guy. Portchester.
Oh man.
Got robbed by the same person.
Oh, that's tough.
Wow. Gunshot wound victim in medical.
Yeah. Wiley's responding to that.
All right. Well, I wasn't coming around to really get on duty, so I am probably going to head back to Strawberry.
All right. I'm probably gonna head off to bed here.
All right. You have a good night then. Nice seeing you again.
I miss you, Bolton. Come back to our shift.
You see me around.
I do.
From time to time.
We haven't been like on duty together in forever.
Well, that's because you're not a. No, you're right. Our shifts are a little different.
Oh, you're gonna say I'm not around, Bolton.
I was about to say that, but then I realized it's just because I don't.
I mean, I may not have been around last week. I will admit that I was away on vacation.
Fair enough.
But
Vacations are needed.
I am always around. I am around daily, except for Thursdays, and probably Tuesdays as well. Every other day I'm around.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head through Heartlands. So you have a good one.
Have a good night, Bolton. Stay safe. Let's make sure we're clocked off. Oh, man. It's coming up on 2 a.m., so I figure with the no pixel tsunami, I could take some time, take a few minutes, relax for a bit, and in about 15 minutes time we'll end up jumping onto no pixel after restart kind of cooldown goes off. Maybe watch some clips till then if there are any. It's been a while since we've looked through clips. Yeah, so last night when we did end up getting onto NoPixel, Aphrodite ended up giving us $15,000 just because she could. And then she threatened to give Maple more money. Don't mind me, it's a little awkward. I sleep over here.
Hello.
It's locals of the white.
Let me get out of your way, sir.
Sorry, yeah, I go to bed over here. This is my apartment. Sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
That's awkward. I've never have I seen people up here before. What the fuck? Could eavesdrop? Hey, leave me alone, Kai. Leave me alone. Also, hey, I'm so happy seeing you back in the department. I miss Ivy. She was so spicy. She was so much fun. It's good to see you back. All right. It's been great. I'm happy. I'm happy to hear you've been enjoying your time back. It's fun. Hopefully we will overlap. Hopefully. I look forward to meeting your new character. Let's just over to NoPixel. I don't know what to make the title. I'm doing EMS on NoPixel because PD is all sorts of fucked up right now. Excuse me. We're gonna have to wait a few minutes before we're able to jump onto NoPixel because the restart is happening right now. It's a good little night tonight. Just some discussions. It was needed. Bolton is always lovely. Yeah, Bolton's wonderful. It's a good talk. It's a good talk. And we also had good talk with Chev. We had good time with Chev. We had good Chev time tonight. Which Kay, I think you missed. I think you missed Chev time. We had a little bit of Chev time. It was fun. It was nice. They were very sweet. Yeah, very sweet. Maple has made a step forward as well with Chev at the telegrams. We signed our telegram tonight to Chev with yours. So it was signed yours. Then on the next line, Sean. Why is my sub goal 600 on my BRB screen? Did I not change that? I should have changed that. I thought I must have forgotten to change that to 500 like everything else. Also, the other night I was ranting and raving about a fucking actor whose name I couldn't remember that Maple looks like in NoPixel. And I remembered his name. It is Grayston Holt. It is Grayston Holt. That's who it was. So tell me, okay, that Maple doesn't look like this fucking guy in NoPixel. Maple. Sean Maple. Tell me, okay, that Maple doesn't look like this guy in NoPixel. With the sunglasses on. Like, Like he just does, doesn't he? Doesn't he? It's uncanny. It is so uncanny. Like, look at that hair. Like, he's a Canadian actor, right? So it makes it even better. If I ever needed somebody to play Maple, ever, it would be Grayston Holt. This is literally Maple. Grayston Holt is the most accurate representation of Maple. Who do you contest it with? Who do you think Maple should be? All right, let me know who, and we will see your contest. We will see the contest. But yeah, I'd say this is Maple. Ba-do do 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 do. I'm also wanting to figure out No Pixel. I wanna figure out like a criminal, and I want to do like getaway driving and races and shit like that. I think it would be. I think I would have a lot of fun with that. Who's that? What the fuck? How do I reverse image search? Who's this? It's just a man. Okay, it's just a man. It's just generic man. Where did you find this man? No, I see it. I 100% see it. I very much do see it. But man is just beard man. he's just beard man. The ultimate guide for best beard styles that you must try in 2022. You are beard man? Fair. Fair. I suppose I cannot quite argue this fact. But no, I think Grayston Holt is our Maple actor. I mean, like, he got those like different beard lengths too, if needed. Like look at that. This is like young Grayston Holt, but like he's got the hair and like it is literally perfect. He's got all aspects of Maple, from young Maple, like early Maple, to late Maple, to wearing plaid and ripping his shirt off Maple. Like it's perfect. It's look, he wears the plaid too. He wears the plaid too. Like, come on, man. Seriously. You disagree? Maple's better looking? Okay, I respect that. I'm not gonna argue that. But I think Grayston Holt. I think Grayston Holt is my Maple actor. What time is it? 2:07. You think he's too narrow faced? I think he's the damn closest thing we're gonna fucking get. He's the closest thing we're gonna get to Maple, and that is Grayson Holt. No, but look, Kay, yours is just a beard model. Your guy's not an actor, okay? Your guy is just a beard model. Alright? At least Grayston here is an actual actor. Alright? And Grayson Holt is ya boy. Do 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 do. Do do. Do 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 do. All right, we're gonna have a minute here, and we're gonna connect. Anybody have clips? Do 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 do. You're still googling this man? Poor beard man. Literally just a beard man. He's just a beard model, bro. He's just a model. He's a good. He's definitely like. Look, if Beard Man was an actor, yeah, I can get behind Beard Man being the Maple actor.